Coming to you from the award-winning Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, PCA's 2024 Best of Leaf Midwest Cigar Bar, Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge, it's the Final Third Podcast. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Final Third Podcast. We are at a very special location, and let me start by saying, me llamo es Scott.
Me llamo es Miguel.
I'm Rob. I'm the other Will.
And we are joined by a very special guest, and he is hosting us today, Antonio from Hacienda, the Mexican restaurant in Pendleton that we talk about very, very often on our show. Antonio, thank you for having us here.
Thank you for being here, guys. It's a pleasure to
Appreciate that.
We appreciate the hospitality. This is awesome.
And we are we're going to be doing some fun stuff today. This show could get a little out of hand.
Oh yeah,
I think
I'm
it
ready.
could get a little out. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
never happened.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We already
it's 5
have
p.m., right? Like,
sure, somewhere.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
Parents, you know
Yeah.
where your tequila is.
So we're going to be drinking some tequilas, and then something that we're all excited about. Antonio, you are a fan of bourbon.
Well, you started, a few months back. You teach me.
See, this is great. It's perfect. So,
I try to get a different bottle every week when I can.
That's great.
Nice.
Great. So
Nice.
we're going to start with tequilas because it's probably a better idea to start with low proof, and tequila has some subtle flavors. We always know the bourbon's real big, so we're going to kind of move from tequila then into bourbon. In the meantime, we're going to smoke some cigars. Rob, you want to tell us about what we're smoking today?
Yeah, so we're smoking the new one from Espinosa. This is the Las Seis Provincia, the ORT. So it's a similar blend to last year's. It's got a Nicaraguan Corojo over Nicaraguan binder and fillers. If you smoked last year's, it was a Churchill. I believe it was a Churchill.
the ZDT.
The ZDT.
The ZDT. We covered
This
that
one
many
is
times.
very similar in flavor only for a moment, because once you light it up, the size of this being a Toro just really smokes a lot better than the Churchill did for some reason. Both of them smoke great. This one's fantastic.
Now, Antonio, you can. He might need
Yeah.
some help with that
Yeah.
on cutting. I don't know if Antonio. We know you don't smoke too many cigars.
Yeah.
So Antonio is smoking the Metropolitan Host, which we've talked about a lot. It's great for smokers that don't smoke very often. Maybe just a celebratory cigar.
Yes.
This one in particular, because you're drinking coffee,
I
is
like
going
the
to
smell.
work really well.
Smell good.
Yeah. Good morning smoke for sure.
And you can actually puff on it while it's not lit, and that's what we call a cold draw. And so you can get flavor just by kind of pulling air in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can
that's
tell, and you should have a little something
can
on your
taste the
lips
sweet,
there.
yes.
Yep, exactly.
This one's a little nutty on the cold draw.
You're a little nutty on the cold draw.
Got him.
I woke up.
There it is. And it is a
Rob's
little chilly out here. Yeah.
Not bad.
It's not
I'm
bad.
Glad, I'm glad
Yeah.
we
It's
all
not
brought
bad. It's not
jackets, because
bad.
I think we needed a jacket. But that little fire in front of us is feeling good. Tequila's going to warm us up.
I know this
so.
camera looks real cozy.
Does
It's
it?
like
The
you see all the
cozy.
It
all
does.
the tequila with the heat behind it and the fire. It makes it's a nice ambience right now.
I feel like
That's
you
awesome.
could like turn that into like a slow-mo,
Yeah.
It'd be
Should
look really pretty. I mean,
Yeah.
they're pretty bottles, right?
come to Hacienda.
Yes.
Yeah, these are not pretty. They just taste good. So I brought
okay.
I brought 3. These are Desnuda. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Desnuda.
I heard before.
It's natural
Organic
tequila.
yeah.
So I also work for Indiana Small Batch Liquor Distributor in Indiana. So I brought these for you to try
Okay.
to see if you would like to bring them here to maybe hopefully stand up with the other tequilas that you have there.
We
So
can try. Yeah.
yeah, there's some got all 3, the Blanco, Añejo, and Reposado. They're good. 0 additives, so they're all really tasty. We'll get to those.
I don't have any liquor in my glass, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
We probably need to get pouring something so we can start
Scott,
talking about
yeah.
this.
you're a resident tequila guy, so
Yeah, so
Slide
let's see here. Antonio, thank you so much, first of all, because you're supplying this wonderful tequila to us. We're going to be doing a Class Azul flight. Class Azul, this is the one that's been the most popular is this Reposado, which is the white bottle with the silver top and all of the blue. It is a beautiful bottle. And
Those are beautiful presentations. All
they
those
really
bottles
are. They absolutely are. The silver tops, I don't know about these others, but I know the silver tops, you can flick the top and it makes a nice little bell sound. So we'll make sure and
Yeah, I'm not going to try to do that from this angle.
Nice.
now we've got. Should we start, Antonio, with the reposado,
Whatever
or
you guys want.
is there a better way to taste tequila? Is it better to go from like something lighter, like we don't have Blanco up there, right?
Yeah, we have Blanco. You guys want to start with the
No,
Blanco?
I don't want to start with Blanco. I hate
No.
Blanco.
I thought he said we didn't have
It's not
Blanco. I
about
thought
you,
we said
Scott.
Christopher.
I know I said don't bring out Blanco, but Andreas, I didn't know if he brought it out. So
Scott
probably the
wants a double
Reposado.
You want to
pour.
start with the
Blanco.
Reposado?
The Reposado is probably where we should
Alright.
start. Yep. Antonio, if you want to grab that and
I'd love a good Blanco. I'm just fucking with him.
eat a dick, dude. Seriously? And you can just pass the bottle around if you want. Yeah, we can pass
Yeah,
the bottle.
Unless
we'll
you'd
just go
rather
in the
pour.
circle. Go in the circle.
Trust me, we're going to be doing small pours. We know we got a lot of stuff to try today. I got to say, the first draw on this. So I smoked this cigar last night because it just came into the shop, and this thing is fantastic. It's got
Oh,
great
God.
like bready kind of gingerbread notes.
I got some nutty on the cold draw on the
I like
first
the flavor.
first
It's
couple
just
here.
Kind of like
Gingerbreadish.
chocolate, something sweet.
That's a
Yeah.
very sweet one.
Yeah,
So
that's-
yeah.
And that's one that Scott likes to smoke a lot in the mornings with coffee because he kind of just gives it a little creaminess, a little sweetness to the coffee. Makes it like a latte. Yeah, I'm with you, Scott. This cigar is fantastic.
Perfect.
And by the
Pour yourself a
way,
little more if you need.
anybody that hasn't been in and hasn't seen the presentation on this cigar,
Oh,
the
it's
box is
stunning.
insane.
It's a little more form fitting than last year's.
a little bit because it's not a jar. But it's the cigars all stand up in there. It's a really
a nice
high
box.
end box.
Yeah.
Now, if you want the box, come in and buy the bundle of cigars, 20 cigars. You get 10% off, and you get the free box. Otherwise, if we still have boxes left, we're gonna be selling the boxes. So you can
may
get a
get a
box
box
for
of
free if
these.
you buy cigars.
You may get a box of those.
Yeah.
I'd
I
buy
like
them
it.
by the box. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are really good. Yep, they are fantastic and really good with coffee.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so Antonio, do you know anything about this tequila? Anything about the distiller? I haven't looked it up. I know that they've been getting more popular and that they've got this whole big line of releases
Well, it's
now.
getting really popular. You know, the Clase Azul, I think it's one of the best tequilas right now. And
Oh, it's
the
delicious.
Reposado actually is one of my favorites.
Excellent. Yeah, it's got a, if I remember, and yeah, it's coming back to me. It's got almost like a rose, like
Yeah.
a very floral
Yes.
kind of note to
See,
it.
I was
That-
thinking rose hips before you said that. It's very, very floral and super sweet.
yes.
Super sweet. Very
yeah,
nice.
especially for a
Very sweet.
tequila. It's
Yeah.
it's really really sweet.
Well, I don't always find repos to be as sweet. You know, I always think the añejos get to be more dark, rich, caramely kind of things, but they're sweeter. This repo is actually really nice.
But see, what I love about a
flavor,
reposado is the agave is still really, really present,
Mhm.
right?
You can
I mean,
test it. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
Blue Weber.
And when you move up and up, it's more sweet.
yeah. You
Like
get more
Añejo, it's almost tastes like bourbon. You know.
exactly. You kind of lose that agave. What is that flavor that the agave?
The agave
has?
flavor
It's-
is
it just its own
It's
thing?
its own thing, isn't it?
yeah, it's
yeah.
something. You know.
Yeah.
It's like sugar aloe.
Sugar alum. So
It
one thing
heals
I
from
will
the
say
inside.
with the cigar, this one, it's toning down the spice notes in the cigar, but it's enhancing the baking spice notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not.
I
there's
just
not-
took a puff
that
and it
white pepper and
completely
stuff's not-
changed it.
It did, and not in a bad way.
And
Not
we
in
were
a bad way at all.
we were thinking about this last night because we were concerned, like, what cigar should we bring? Because we knew we were going to start with tequilas, and cigars are pretty strong. Like the flavors are pretty big. So does the cigar overtake the tequila? Like, but in this case,
No.
it's not.
No,
I
that
never
was
tried
nice.
both at the same time, but I like it.
Yeah.
It goes together, you know.
Yeah.
Tequila,
That-
cigar.
It does.
We're going to
It
make
really
you a
does.
cigar smoker, Antonio.
Oh,
Final third lounge on the patio at Hacienda.
There you go.
I do find it funny. Now the patio is closed to the public, right? It's a cool day. Nobody's really gonna want to be out here anyway.
No, it's kind of silly. Just for us, guys. Just for you.
Exactly.
Thank you for being here.
I do like that we're sitting here smoking on the patio, looking directly at a sign that says "No smoking."
No smoking in this patio area.
We get that a lot.
Yeah.
We do get that a lot.
Do we even know who this guy is? Come on. Oh man.
All right.
So these are aged 8 months in whiskey barrels.
what the?
The
blue-
Repo?
Yeah, this one.
Oh,
No kidding.
Yeah, this specific one.
In what whiskey? Like
I don't know. It didn't say that, but
so that's something unique. Maybe
See, that's-
maybe I'm wrong, but I think I know this. So tequilas, there's no rule on how they age them in the barrels, right? They can use different barrels. They can use however they want to, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
just
Yeah, 'cause-
American whiskey casks.
Is that by law or is that just what they did on this one?
That's just what they did on this
Okay,
one. I don't
okay.
know the laws on aging with that. I mean,
I don't think there is.
there may not be. I don't know.
I mean, because
Like, I don't-
Blanco obviously can't go into a barrel, at least not for long.
yeah, it'd have to be a new oak anyways. If
Not
it
at
was.
all.
If that at all.
It's
No,
new.
I
Yeah.
say it's new make, right?
Yeah, it's new make. That's what they call it when it's like the white dog. So they're just coming off the still with Blanco and dumping right into the bottles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
mixing with water to get it down to
get
proof.
it done, yeah.
Yeah. And this, I'm assuming, is an 80
Such
proof.
interesting. Yeah. So it, like the good things that these two are going really well together was that cold draw gave me that nuttiness. Now I'm getting that baking spice with the sweetness on there.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting some of the nuttiness on a retro, and it's almost like hazelnut. Like
Yeah, it changed it
I
from
will
a
tell you
dark
right
earth
now-
to more of a lighter.
yeah,
A
like
lighter
a light
nut.
nut.
Take a sip and then do a retrohale. That pepper spice kicks up pretty aggressively in a good way.
Dude, this one, I can barely retro this one.
Oh yeah,
It's so white pepper.
it is.
It is over the top.
It is.
It does kick you in the teeth, but
That's the way I wake up in the
I
morning.
like that one.
I'm not trying to lean into
With
your
Lisa
space, but my
kicking you in the
microphone
teeth.
was over there, and I wanted to make that
It's all
comment
good,
real
buddy.
quick.
It's all good.
Will,
can-
you
we
got
can
that
hug it
dump
out.
cup over there?
Yep.
We'll just keep moving around the circle. I don't want to get. I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
want to get too sloshed.
the dump cup's right in front of your microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
I already
good.
knew how this was going to go. Antonio keeps every time we come in here to have dinner. Antonio's like, "I got a new bottle. You got to try this."
You gotta try.
Yeah.
I call him the bourbon master.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that.
I know. I tried to get Steve to come out here with us, but he's in, I don't know, somewhere
Somewhere
that
not
isn't
here.
here, like an idiot.
What do you
Yeah.
guys want to do next?
Oh, let's go in
probably-
order.
So
Probably
the
stick with
añejo is
repos.
probably next.
Oh, do you want to move over, or you want to stick with the repos first? Is there a second repo?
I don't think that there is.
Oh, I
is
thought there was two repos.
No, because that one's mezcal,
Oh, mezcal. Okay.
and then extra añejo,
Is that
and
our,
then añejo.
and then we'll do the crystal before we do any mezcal. So
the-
probably the gold.
Do the gold,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that one next.
the gold Arejo, and then go to the.
All right, while we're getting that bottle open, let's talk about what happened last night.
Can we not?
Gosh.
We have to talk about it
Why?
at least for a minute. Okay. Well, let's start.
Oh,
Just start.
What
We'll
the
Just
fuck?
start and pour.
Fuck
Yep.
Netflix.
Yeah.
So first of all, yeah,
It
last
was a
night.
terrible feed.
I don't know when this episode's getting released, but yeah.
As soon as we're
Netflix-
done, so most people can hear our thoughts on the fight.
Right. So
Because like our thoughts count, but
Netflix is I think that they had their eyes open last night. I don't know if you knew about this. Did you watch the
I watched the
Tyson?
fight. Yes,
Yep,
yeah. My
okay.
boy, he's starting. He was so excited. He wants to go to Texas.
Oh,
yeah,
he
but-
wanted to go.
Yeah, I had to work last night. I told him, hey, not this time. Maybe
That's
next
right.
time.
Maybe next time. Famous last words from a parent to a
Yes.
child. So obviously technical difficulties, right?
Lots.
There was lots of people had problems streaming. That created, quite the issue. I will say the fight that was just before Tyson Paul.
dude.
Oh, the girls fight?
Girl fight
Oh,
was
yeah.
amazing.
Well,
He
they
almost
were
lose
fighting
the eye.
at your
Yes.
But that
daughter's
girl,
was
wedding.
excited.
Katie, what a
Oh.
dirty fighter, man.
Oh, yes.
She
I
is
was rooting
dirty.
for her.
Yes,
I was
she
rooting
is.
for her. She
Yeah.
did headbutt her twice.
She
pretty
absolutely-
hard.
Yeah, they said 4 times
Was it
actually.
4?
Yeah, 4 times, which is why she got a point taken.
I was still shocked because I felt like the other girl, Serrano.
Serrano.
I felt like she threw more punches
Hey,
and
there it
landed
is.
more punches.
There's
I was
the
like,
ding.
oh shit, he broke it.
Oh no, he didn't break it. He's just dinging it.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
See, that's what
Yeah.
happens.
That's awesome. That's
You broke
awesome.
one before? Oh my god! Well, the green mezcal is awful if you ask me. I didn't care for it.
was
So.
waiting for it.
Fuck that shit.
Hey, we got to try that in too.
Oh man, that was so not good.
So here's the aging rules for tequila. Reposado is at least 2 months in any sized oak container. Añejo is aged for at least 1 year in a small oak barrel. And extra añejo is at least 3 years in a small oak barrel. So this one was aged for 8 years.
This
8
gold
years?
is
The gold, 8 years?
Oh,
Oh wow.
Oh my
minimum
goodness!
minimum
flavor is
8 years in
amazing.
oak barrels. This one.
The flavor on
Okay.
it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, so that girl Serranos, or how you pronounce her name,
Serrano.
Serrano. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she I felt like she landed more, just like Paul, landed more punches, threw more punches, but I felt like Katie kind of knocked her off her game a little bit, and obviously some of that was dirty. You're right, but I was still shocked that she actually got the decision. Because I felt like more punches, more, you're getting points for punches. You're getting points
Yeah.
for landing punches. Same way with Paul. Honestly, he did win the fight.
There's no question. No
But
question.
Mike
he won
wasn't
the fight.
fighting.
it wasn't a fight. Yeah.
But I can
Mike
tell
was
you this:
standing
there is
there.
one thing that is absolutely confirmed in my mind. Jake Paul thinking that he could take Mike Tyson in his prime
Oh,
is
yeah.
total
no.
bullshit.
Yeah,
There is
yeah.
no way.
He'd be the first round. He's
Yeah,
going to go to
easy.
sleep.
Maybe like the first
Yeah.
10 seconds. I mean, he might have fucking killed him.
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
Tyson, if Tyson would have fought like he trained, you would have won that round one.
Oh, it was.
I thought he was going to fight like that, you know?
It looked
He
like
was
it,
trained
yeah.
like a lion. Say
But
one
his
punch, he's going to
legs-
go to sleep.
His legs were not there. He had
Yes.
no legs at all.
He's like
Yeah.
70.
He lost a lot of legs.
58. But in boxer years,
58.
that is like 70.
He's
Yeah,
like
he's
Yeah.
he's
half-
old.
So I've got 2 years to get my body in shape like Mike.
he's 58. I got my last fight when I was
Peanut gallery.
30.
You,
30.
you were a fighter?
We're in the street. You know, some kind of crazy guy in the bar. But I was 30 when I got my last fight.
You could take Jake Paul.
Well, for 20 millions.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I take it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think any of us would hop in the ring for
Yeah,
20 million.
I'll go brain dead for that.
Okay, this I'm getting an orange note out of this.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Citrus,
awesome.
yeah.
Like it is
Candied
so
orange.
Yes,
Candied, yes.
yes. This
You
is
remember
like
those orange peels I had in the
I was
jar?
just gonna say that.
The candied orange
Yep.
peels. That's exactly
the
what it
candied
is.
orange peels
You know
Yep,
the
yep.
were wrapped.
right around the holidays they always have the chocolate orange.
yes.
It's like that without the
The-
cheap chocolate taste, the aftertaste.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's the
yes.
initial flavor when it hits your tongue, but
Yeah.
not the residual that's left over.
This is a
I
this
love
is a
orange
good one.
chocolate.
So a
We used to
little
buy those balls
little
for the
darker
kids.
in
You know you're
color,
not right,
obviously.
so
Oh, they're
okay.
so
It is.
good.
It is slightly darker in color.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
8 years in a barrel.
Now I know that when they age these in barrels, so I was very fortunate. I kind of worked down in Mexico, down in Guanajuato, which is where
Yes,
you're
where
from.
I'm from.
This was like 20 years ago, and I got to go to what? Antonio, what's the tequila that's this really tall blue bottle?
Corralejo.
Corlejo. Thank
Yes.
you.
I got the bottle in if you guys want to try that in later too.
Okay, so I
It's
went.
not my favorite, but it's a pretty neat.
It's not my favorite.
We're gonna
either.
feel like we were
Bottle,
hit by
yes.
Tyson after this.
right, but I did get to go to that distillery,
gotta
and
paint my
I
house
visited
today.
it. And,
I've never been. I wanted to go someday.
and that's actually the boyhood home. The distillery is the boyhood home of Hidalgo, who is the founder of
Corralejo.
Mexican independence.
Oh, Hidalgo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Miguel
Hidalgo.
Hidalgo. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
that was
yes.
his boyhood home. That was where he
Yes.
grew up. That became the distillery. And they don't age in their barrels out in like what rick houses are for bourbon. So they don't have the temperature variation. They're typically like in cave or enclosed
Mm-hmm.
areas, which is why you probably don't see near the color.
Yeah,
in
way
the
less
ounce.
heat that gets into there.
Correct. And they also don't have the temperature variations.
Right. And the humidity is,
It's
60.
completely well, actually
or
it's
lower.
pretty
It's
dry.
It's low, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Guanajuato, a lot of it is really high
like-
elevation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
much lower.
so they do get some temperature variation, but definitely not the humidity.
That could be something to do with the actual spirit itself of the agave. Maybe aging it with the heat exchange could actually taint the flavor of the sweetness of the agave.
Some of those natural sugars that are going
Yeah.
into the barrel rather than coming out of the wood.
Think about a sweet bourbon.
Yeah.
And it gets in a barrel too long, it gets over oaked.
Yeah.
I would think it'd probably do the same thing with this.
I don't know if I would love to try an over oaked tequila. Because like I feel like the sugars in the agave, like the natural sugars, could fight off some of that strong wood that you would normally get from like a bourbon age.
Well, I would like to try
I think I got a bottle of that.
Do you really?
Yes, for real.
a real heavy oak.
Yes.
So we have to do part
Oakland.
2 for the bourbon.
Right.
So this is a tequila one only.
Yeah.
Tequila to me, I mean, it's such a unique flavor, and I think there's so much that could be done with it. You haven't seen barrel proof tequila. That's not been a thing.
No, I don't think so.
You know,
Probably because you would die.
I don't know if you would, man.
Maybe,
it could
yeah.
be interesting.
I bet it'd be really good.
Man, I don't know.
But again, they're
I'd like to
catering,
try it
they're
off the
catering to
still.
the crowd. You know, the crowd doesn't typically want a bomb of alcohol
Yeah.
and then tequila. I mean, it's more of a sipper. I mean, yes, obviously people do shots of tequila. That's a given. But you're also making really good margaritas.
We don't do that.
You want to balance the flavor more than you want the heat. Yeah.
You like to drink straight.
Yeah,
Good
we-
tequila
that's
you
right.
drink, you know.
Yes.
That's
Just
right.
Smooth, sweet. Yeah.
We don't shoot it.
And that's the thing too. Okay, I will tell because I hear a lot of people, and I've been one of these people, you know, that say I just don't like tequila that much. I don't drink a lot of tequila. I don't like it that much. I think most of that comes from, you know, when
Bad
you
tequila.
were a kid and you're taking shots and chasing it with a lime and salt because the tequila is really bad. That you just don't realize that tequila can be really good.
Yeah, Andres is really worried about the cameras here, dude. You can walk in front of the cameras. It's
Poor guy
fine.
keeps climbing over the handrails
climb. You're
because he's
good.
afraid
Yeah,
There's
to
three
walk
of them.
around.
Yeah, you're fine.
Look, this show
You're
only
good.
goes so professional. Okay, at some point we just let
We've
that
reached
go.
that limit
At that
already.
point,
So
the alcohol hits it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta remember we're drinking and smoking on this thing. So
Yeah.
you're
So
good, brother.
okay, so let's get the next bottle going, and
all
then
right.
I
So
want
now
to.
this is the añejo.
I want to ask
Will you start
Antonio
the
some
añejo?
questions.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do a
Añejo.
meet Antonio
Yes,
segment? I love it.
we need to. Yeah.
Añejo. Yeah, because Antonio, we want to hear your story, man. We'll
And
definitely
I want to
hear
talk about the business and all that too.
Absolutely.
Antonio's
Antonio's gonna have a rough day today.
He's gonna have a great day today.
I may go home to sleep after this and come back tonight.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking about taking a nap and then going to work and covering Lisa and Chloe.
Well, you know, when I start for drinking, you know, I don't have a lot of tolerance. But now, you know, my body used to drink more and more, and I can
Yeah.
have.
Well, keep hanging out with this guy.
I know,
Oh,
I try.
yeah.
I try.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm dangerous
I'll
like
ruin that
that.
for you. So Antonio, okay. So again, we're at Hacienda Vieja, Mexican restaurant in Pendleton. So if you know, kind of, it's off of 67, right next to the Needlers in the
Yes.
same plaza as Needlers. So how long you been in business? Tell us a little story about about the business first.
Final Third Cigar is Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge. Come to Final Third for a selection of over 20 different Aladino cigars, including the Cameroon, a wonderful cigar with nice light flavors. Make sure and visit Final Third, the Aladino exclusive cigar lounge for Indiana.
We've been here 13 years now,
13,
you know.
okay.
And we start with one space, you know. Later on, two more space open, so we took just two other space and open
Yeah.
a bar. And we're doing okay, you know. This town is very loyal to me,
Yeah.
to my workers, you know. They always nice.
Yeah.
You have the best workers.
You
by
do,
the way.
and
Yeah,
and,
we
and
try.
honestly, when you come in, you feel like family. You know, there's a couple one of the, and I can never remember her name. Lisa knows her by
Myra?
heart.
Myra,
Thank
yes.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, her and I, we gig each other pretty good. You know,
Yes.
she's always giving me crap, and it's
She's
she's
been,
family. She's
She's
family.
been here for since the first day.
Yeah, yeah.
She's been here for 13 years with me.
But
You
that's
know,
what
a lot of
everybody is.
a lot of my waiters, a lot of my cooks, you know, they've been here that long. You know, that's what make people when they come, you know, we treat them like family.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
See the kids growing, you know, like
But you treat your customers like family too,
Yes,
which is
yes.
what I love. You know, people like Sky. He'll come in here and you guys will sit and talk and hang out, and
Yes.
you know other people. You do that with everybody.
We
It's
know
not,
everybody,
It's not just
yes.
Sky, but it's
Sky,
everybody.
yes.
But
It's
that's
not
good
just me.
business. That's good
Yes.
customer service. No,
yeah,
really
everybody
good.
loves Scott. Everybody know him.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Man, I don't know if that's a good thing. Everybody knows me.
I mean,
Does that mean I'm like Norm at the end of the bar?
well, now when Scott and Janelle show up and we're looking at a property and our realtor's like, who's this guy? And he's like, hey, I'm Scott DeShong. I'm like, yeah, the Pendleton DeShongs.
Different one.
They're kind of like the Kennedys
right,
of
fucker.
Pendleton. Yeah.
Who's this? Oh, this is Janelle DeShong of the Pendleton DeShongs.
So Antonio, how did you end up in Pendleton? How did that decision get made?
Well, I used to live in Queens, Illinois before I come to Indiana. I got married. My wife, her family lives in Indianapolis. So we moved to Illinois, and, after 2-3 years, she was missing her family. Said, I want to go back to Indiana. So we come back to Indiana, and was looking at a place to open a restaurant because that's what I've been doing for years. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So we looked the space, and I said, oh, let's try. I put all my savings, everything in here. I told my wife, hopefully this work, because if not, we're gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
And thanks God, and thanks all my customers. It's been a bless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we love coming here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate your business, guys.
Anytime we do, it's always, you know what it is.
Always.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's your review. You know what it is.
You know what it
Now,
is.
I will say one of my favorite things you did was add the bar. So when you added the bar, I thought it was kind of funny because, it was very obvious you've got a restaurant background. And at times I kind of felt like you didn't necessarily know what to do. You were like, okay, we're going to build a bar. We got this bar. Now, like, what is it? Oh, we got to have a bartender and like, how are we going to do this? And it's just gotten better and better and
It's something
better
new
and
for
better.
me. I try to do better and better every day.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, we come in here on a Friday afternoon at 2:00, right? Knock off work a little bit early and come in here and have margaritas and chips and salsa and hang out for 3 or 4 hours in the bar. I know we're loud and
No, it's all right. That's
Yeah.
what we like,
it's a great time. And I think that a bar can just really add so much to a restaurant and it gets people to come in at odd hours.
Appreciate
Right.
it.
And stay longer.
I don't think you understand how much I That's right. That's
Yes.
yeah, I know.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but that bar it's a beautiful bar. And I
It
would
is.
say,
Yeah.
and I would say it's probably the best tequila bar in our region.
You're
By
good,
far,
Andreas. Come
by
on
far.
across.
Thank
Oh yeah,
In
you're
fact-
good, buddy.
In fact, Andres is holding a perfect example here. The margaritas
margs.
that are
Margaritas.
served here
Margaritas.
at Hacienda.
Andres,
Yeah.
you make pretty good drinks.
He
make
does.
good margaritas.
My
Yes.
wife will only drink a
Hey,
mojito
mojitos, yes.
from Andres.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love
He-
mojitos.
He's had to teach other people here at Hacienda how to make the mojito. It should just be called Janelle's
Oh,
mojito
yeah.
because
Yeah, Andres, he make good
Janelito.
mojitos.
Yeah, the Janelle Alito.
Janelito.
Janelito.
there you go. Yeah.
So this one is 5 years in multiple casks.
5 years.
Yes. So this one is a blend of American whiskey cask separated into Amontillado, Oloroso, and Jimenez sherry casks
oh,
before
man.
being
Okay.
recombined.
Okay, that makes sense because the sherry
Makes
gives you
sense.
that kind of a
You
red
can have
fruit
the-
thing going on.
You can
Yeah.
taste the sweet in the end.
I can pick
Yeah.
up Oloroso almost like immediately
Everything,
on
yes.
anything that even says Oloroso on it. Like I know it's a suggestive thing, but still, like it's such a strong flavor, like the Oloroso to
Yeah.
me. The only difference between that one and the Extra Añejo is the Extra Añejo.
Yeah.
Same aging process with that one. So
But just longer.
just
aging?
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So
Well,
is
this-
that one the one we just tried? Is that considered an añejo or an extra añejo?
That's the añejo. The
Yeah,
one that
okay.
we
That's the
try is the
regular
añejo.
Okay, okay.
So the Extra Añejo has a couple extra years on it.
So that's curious. So extra añejo, how long does that have to be? Is it over 5?
I think it's over 5. Yeah.
So that one
No,
actually
Because
three.
this one
It
is.
said
Oh
three.
no, that one's
It was
over 3.
Over
this
3.
one is 5, but it's not a requirement.
Extra is
It's
over
not a
3.
requirement. It's just over 3 is their requirement.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
went to 5.
So tequila has gone through a couple changes. Originally, tequila by law in Mexico had to be from Jalisco, and they changed
Yes.
that. I think it's been when the first tequila boom happened, maybe 10 or 15 years ago.
Mhm.
And everybody started opening up, tequila distilleries, and you saw Cabo Wabo, and
Oh, yes.
yeah, they realized we can't limit this to the state of Jalisco because we can't grow enough
Yes,
agave
that's true.
in that one
Yep.
state. And so they had to expand it and say, okay, now you can grow it anywhere in Mexico, and you can distill and make your tequila, and it can be from anywhere in Mexico,
Anywhere in
not
Mexico.
just Jalisco.
And that's a good point too, because like bourbon can only be made in America to be called bourbon. Tequila can only be called tequila if it comes from Mexico.
Yes.
So
Correct.
if you're getting anything tequila adjacent in America or anywhere else, it's an agave spirit.
Agave spirit.
Yes.
Agave spirit.
Now they could be good, but it's not the same.
But they cannot call it tequila.
They
Yeah.
can't call it
Correct.
tequila.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a protected brand.
Yep.
What's that?
I mean, that's made in here.
And they're calling it
It's made in
tequila.
here. That
Yeah.
tequila's made in here. Where the
No. It's not made here.
Oh, it's bottled,
Bottled here. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Bottle here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so they're making it and shipping it up.
Yeah, they
imported to Miami.
Oh, they imported to Miami. Oh.
They're based out of here though,
Based out of here where?
Indiana.
Fishers.
Okay.
Or they used to be fish. Well, they are fishers again. Yeah.
So that's an interesting
But
point.
bottled and imported in Miami, and then Tequila Las Americas.
So I wonder if they're just shipping the new make and
It still
doing
says-
aging up here.
Yeah, it still
think
says
so.
Hecho a Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. The idea that you could just distill it and then ship it across the world and have it aged in other places.
I wonder if it's aged in Mexico and then they bring it here and just bottle it. They just maybe
That's
bottle
that's
it
what I
cheaper.
think they do. They send the
Yeah.
whole barrels, and they
Yeah.
just put it in the bottle here. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember talking to them when they first started. They said
These
they
guys.
said they actually bought, or they didn't buy, but they started working with a specific family farm that was doing the distillation. And that's who makes their stuff for them. Now they could be making stuff for a lot of different people. I don't know that, but that's where they got it from.
Now that brings up an interesting point because I know like a lot of cigars, they've got various cigar factories that people go and do blends and buy cigars. Do you know if anybody's actually shipping like crates of just leaves and then having rolling done elsewhere and blending done
all the
elsewhere?
time. Yeah.
It does happen?
Yeah, I mean that's why.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
everyone
That's why you get a
supplies-
cigar has Nicaraguan and Dominican and Honduran tobacco.
Well, and that's like
together.
Aganorsa's MO
Well,
too.
yeah,
Like,
duh.
Yeah.
Come on, Scott, you're an idiot.
Ecuador and Connecticut. There's no cigars made in Ecuador.
I guess I mean, like, is anybody bringing them into the U.S. and doing that?
Not very much. Actually, I don't think anybody is. Mainly because the cost of
Kentucky's
labor.
fire cured is like their own stuff. Like
Yeah,
nobody's
It's all their own.
nobody's
Yeah.
importing leaves to do that.
I think
yeah,
it's just because of the expense. I mean, now you're talking about this is what was this? An $18 cigar, $17 cigar? No, this is a $20 cigar. $20 cigar.
yeah.
So make this in America, it's a $40 cigar.
It costs
Right.
a double. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes it a lot more expensive to be able
God
to
bless
do
America.
it. Yeah, I would love to see us make cigars. I just don't want to see us have to pay for cigars made in America.
Man, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with what's going on with them now.
Mm-hmm.
the freaking retro on this is just
Still
such
white pepper.
Just
The white pepper's kicking.
San Antonio Retro Hail. Don't try this for a while. Okay.
Strong?
Yeah.
What is
So,
that?
so
Strong Scotch?
it's a process. What you
Okay.
do is you don't inhale, but you can get the smoke to go from your mouth directly out your nose.
Oh, man, I
You don't want to do
no,
that.
I don't want to do that.
No.
I start with something light.
Yes,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But
Have you ever smoked cigarettes or anything like
It's
that?
been a while. No,
Okay.
not really.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I never have either, but that's the one thing a lot of people that smoke cigarettes have a hard time with is not inhaling. Because you
Yeah.
you
I
inhale
tried
this
to inhale it
once.
once, and I said, "Oh,
that's a terrible idea.
Stop.
it's a
You
terrible idea." I
quick.
said, "No more." Yes.
Yeah,
But being able to do that, you can get some more accurate flavors because, a lot of your senses, like with taste, is actually in your nose.
Yes.
And so being able to do that, it's a kind of a hard thing to get going. Once you can do it, then you've learned
You're
it
fine,
and you're
yeah.
good. But it also, with a cigar like this, it's got a very, very strong white pepper. And so when it goes through your nose, it almost makes your eyes water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, unless
I'm
you
not
get your
crying, I'm
sinus
just
I better
happy.
stay away
don't
from
do
that.
it.
I'm not ready for that one yet.
Yeah. Rob, I know you retro all the time.
yeah.
Like it's kind of almost a natural thing for you, but I like this one. No, I'm kind of out on the retro just because it's so aggressive.
It is
Some
pretty
people
aggressive.
use coffee to wake up. I use
Yeah.
retrohale.
Retro.
My-
For real?
I do.
Oh,
It gets my senses going in the morning. Yeah.
yeah, I just did it. My eyes are watering already.
Oh yeah, yeah. it
Retro,
is.
the McAuliffe red got me.
Yeah. Natural lubricant for your eyes.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Yeah, the McAuliffe red is real aggressive as well, but I don't think it's as aggressive as this.
Well, that's the thing.
No.
Okay, so that's a good point. Aggressive. doesn't always mean to have to be a bad thing.
No.
Doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean strong.
It's not mean
It's not
that- yeah,
overpowering. It's not super strong, but
it just comes across
Yeah.
a little bit spicier in the nose.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
tickles.
if you've been to like St. Elmo's and had their shrimp cocktail, it's delicious. I'm going to keep eating. Have you ever been there?
I've been there once.
Yeah. Have you had the shrimp cocktail?
No.
Oh,
you gotta try
Their
it.
cocktail
I gotta try
sauce is
that.
the best.
It'll
You've been
drain
here
your
13
sinuses.
years and you haven't had the Indianapolis shrimp
I
cocktail.
heard the place is very hard to get in. You have to make a reservation.
I go to 1933.
Yeah, so
in
not
I've
Fishers.
been there. I've been in 1933.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, it's the same
Yes.
place.
You,
Same
Yeah,
you
it's
owner.
the
gotta
same.
go and you gotta order the shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
When we go to 1933, they have sushi.
Yes.
And my wife, she likes sushi. So we eat
Ah,
sushi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my wife gets too. She gets sushi there.
What's the other place next to 1933?
HC Tavern.
HC
HC
Tavern. Yeah,
Tavern.
we've been
Yeah.
there
They have
too.
the same cocktail
they
too,
make good
apparently.
drinks.
Same-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So
Yeah,
get
we've
the,
been there too.
get the shrimp cocktail. Now it is they grind their horseradish every day.
Fresh.
real?
Fresh.
It's always different.
And it's always
Sometimes
different.
it's
Some days
too
it's
hot.
super spicy.
Sometimes it's like, all right, this is really good.
Last time I went, it was I struggled to eat it because it was so spicy.
Yeah, but
The
like I bought
horseradish,
it, I'm gonna eat
It
it.
gets you up in the
That's it,
sinus. Yeah.
You just go in there with a cold and you come out without a cold.
Yes.
Oh,
literally
yeah.
get your
Now I know
sinuses
next time.
out.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Hey, I think we're ready for the next
You
round.
ready
I
for
see
the
us
next
eating
one?
Yeah,
rice,
extra,
so
extra
the-
añejo.
You guys ready
extra
for the best of the
añejo.
best?
They,
do it.
absolutely.
I'm skeptical about the mezcal, Scott.
And I will say this class of Zool line in its entirety. If you're not a tequila person, this is the tequila for you to try.
It really is.
Because the agave notes are more subdued, it's more floral, there's more sweetness. Like people kind of go, "Oh, I smell tequila." Well, what you're smelling is that agave. Like if you
Yes.
get roasted agave, just the plant, you can chew on it. You can't eat it because it's too
Yeah.
fibrous, but you can chew on it, and you get those heavy molasses and all that other flavor. And this just doesn't have that like
Yes.
aggressive note to it.
Look
So
at
this
that.
is one you
Yeah.
should try.
Now you're getting into some of the dark with that extra añejo
You're getting
age.
dark and dark.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
that's Rob's short pour.
I know. I actually went a little higher than I meant to. I saw it. I'm like, damn.
So the requirement for extra añejo again is 3 years. This one was a minimum of 5. It's all that it says. All I could find was it said minimum of 5. This one is finished in a sherry cask.
Oh, this is. Oh my
So
god.
I did the same thing.
This is so good.
Well, if you were going to over pour on one, this was
flavor,
probably the
yes.
one to do.
Man, that is really, really good.
So that's why you get. I mean, this one is 5+. Obviously, you can see the color in there.
Yeah.
But the sherry cask gives it that darkness too.
But
little
but
bit more
tequila,
viscous too.
yes, it is. Tequila, they don't char the barrels though, do they?
Not that I know of.
They're
think they do.
however
they're-
they come. So
yeah.
like if they get them from the U.S.
Oh, that's
If
true.
they're
It's,
doing
it's,
bourbon.
it's, it's a used whiskey barrel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
these are new American whiskey barrels.
These are?
in this one, yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably just
Yeah.
white oak,
yeah.
not charred.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why you don't get that.
Dark coloration.
Yeah, like an 8-year whiskey is going to be way darker than this.
Right. Right.
But depends on who you are. I guess.
This is very dessert.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah.
kind of sweet. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got that brulee thing going.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Mm.
This with flan.
Oh,
we have
dude.
plans. You want one?
Don't worry, we're going to be eating a lot after this.
Oh yeah, we'll have a big lunch
Oh,
after
and we got
this.
chips
my
and
God.
salsa. We
You
got
fine, Andres, you fine.
some
You fine.
queso.
You going through?
That's good. That's amazing.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Sherry giving me kind of that like red fruit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Still floral. You're right. It is very floral still.
if you decide to drink tequila at 11 o'clock in the morning, this is a
the
good way to go.
Yes, it is.
I don't always drink at 10:30 to 11 o'clock in the morning.
I
But
try
when
to
I
drink
do-
at 9 after 5.
After 5 a.m.
I
Yeah.
probably need to
No,
get a
5
couple
p.m.
of these for the bar just because first of all, they stand out on the bar. They look absolutely beautiful. But then that's going to draw people's eyes to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And,
The bottle, that's what got people eyes. Hey,
Yeah.
what is a bottle? Can I try that?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I've been to lots of Mexican places, lots of high-end bars, not Mexican places. As far as I'm concerned, you guys have the best tequila selection in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I want to have. I want to have in my bar the best tequilas. People
Yeah.
come and they don't see like everywhere else.
Yeah.
I want something unique.
And you have it. I mean, you've
and,
got
do.
and some of the bottles, they're hard to find. Like a good bourbon, like tequilas, they're hard to find.
yeah. Now you've got some pretty pricey tequilas.
Yeah.
You got some pretty high end stuff in there.
Yes, I try to have the best of the best.
That's
There's few more bottles that I like to get. The Clase Azul, like I've been working on it.
okay,
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
So yeah, it's definitely if you're looking to try some tequila, and I will say, your prices are extremely reasonable.
Yes.
Like you're not.
I like to try to have my prices, reasonable so people can try.
I'm in the same boat. Yep.
I don't want to have like $40, $50, whatever is reasonable,
Yeah.
people can try.
Exactly.
That's exactly the way what's that?
The wrapper.
Oh.
Everything keeps getting blown toward the fire, so
Oh,
I'm trying
okay.
not to.
Oh,
That's why I grabbed that
you.
cellophane from the other one.
Thank you for that. That was mine. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely come to Hacienda and try some of these tequilas because they're spectacular.
They are. And even if you don't know if you're a tequila person, you will be. If you like bourbons, you like brown spirits, you're gonna absolutely love the ones we've tried so far.
Yeah, the Clase Azules are amazing.
I will tell you, man, that I've had some Cristalino before, and we call it, and excuse my language, but it's a mind fuck because
It's kind of light.
it looks like it's just going to drink super light and everything else, but it's got the deep, rich notes of an extra añejo because of all that. But then they just filter it down to get rid of the color.
That's
don't
for
lose
the
any of the
lightweight
flavor.
people. They don't want something strong. They
Yeah.
try the Blanco.
just
They're
for
like,
your
Yeah.
But that's
for the
not the
lightweight
Blanco.
people.
That's
No,
the,
I'm talking about
the crystal.
Crystal.
Oh, the crystal. Oh, the crystal.
Yeah, because the crystal
gold,
is
yes.
Crystal's
the
amazing.
crystal here on the
Oh,
end.
yes.
The clear one, that's not the Blanco. That's the crystal. That's where
Yeah.
they take the
Yes.
color out of it.
Yes.
But it's an extra añejo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
those
love that
are
process.
Wow.
that is weird. It is
Wow.
so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till we try that one because that's the next one we'll try is that crystal one.
Now, okay, so let me ask you this question before we get into it later. The mezcal. Is that a really smoky mezcal?
Yes. It's
So we
very
might want to
smoky.
hold off and do that towards the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got 3 different ones too. The Clase Azul,
Yeah.
I got the Oaxaca.
We'll do the Desnuda
San
before we
Luis.
get to the mezcal
Okay,
then,
okay,
because
that'd be good.
I know that the smoky usually wrecks my palate.
Well, and if we're gonna do, we need to do some bourbons.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to do some bourbons. So
There's
we
more
want to
time.
make sure that probably wait till the very end for the mezcal. We'll come back to that after we've even tried the bourbons because
I think that's a good call.
yeah, and Tony, you've been doing some good bourbon selections, and we definitely have to get into that. We got to pull out that the Old Forester
Oh yes.
barrel pick.
I got a few bottles of those. Yes.
Yep. And
We need to talk off air sometime about doing a collaborative barrel pick together,
Okay. Yes.
where we can split the barrel up and
do
you
it.
take some, I take some, and we can cross promote one another that way.
Okay. Sounds,
Craig
sound good.
pick in
I
here.
like the idea.
We'll
That'd be
take
good.
some.
you know, you like that idea.
We'll take some.
But here's what happens. Okay, I went on my first barrel pick with Rob. First time I'd ever gone, and we went to Backbone, and they had 11 bottles, and so
To start.
to start.
11 bottles, sir.
So we tried 11. They went and got from a barrel
Yes.
from 11 different barrels and filled 11 different bottles, and then we were like, well, this one maybe that one. Do you have anything else? And we went out into their rick house where they store the barrels, and we start drilling into barrels and catching the bourbon in a container.
Wow.
And then you plug it and then you pour it. And we ended up picking, I think it was the first barrel that we selected, that they selected for us to try. But at the end of the day, I think we went through 17 barrels,
Plus we
17
went in and
tastings.
tried the
Remember,
8-day
I'm a
stuff
lightweight.
after.
I'll be asleep after those.
That's exactly. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
that
be
was
asleep after those.
that was a long day to pick, but then you buy the entire barrel, right? So
Yeah.
that's what we're saying is split, and you buy half for your bar, and the other half goes to final third, and call it the Hacienda final third collaboration
Yeah.
pick.
Put both our logos on the label, and everyone gets to see them that way.
Yes,
So yeah.
I like that idea. Let me
Yeah.
know.
We
We
Yes.
call it the Trejas.
The Trejas,
Third
I like that.
Hacienda.
the third house. Yeah, I like
That's
that.
kinda
That's
cool.
They call
good.
it Pancho Villa's bourbon.
What's that?
Punch of
Oh,
Villas.
yeah.
I know what my pick would be called. Scott already knows.
Titty dragon.
No,
Oh.
The titty dragon.
no, the Puta de la Puebla. That'd be my pick if we
I like
had
that
that one.
Because you're the little bitch,
I'm
right?
the town bitch. Yeah, that's it.
Town bitch. Town bitch.
So
that's it.
I worked at a Tex-Mex place in Louisville. Is
I
on the
remember you
board.
told me. Yeah.
And all the cooks, they're super friends. They were so nice. Like my best friends when I was like 16 years old because I worked all the time. And I show up and they were so excited to like teach me Spanish. And this is what they taught me to like walk through the kitchen and throw my hands up in the air and go, Puta de la Puebla. And they go, Puta de la Puebla. Yeah, I didn't figure out what that was until I was like 20 because nobody ever told me.
That's my
You
version.
maybe
I'm
you
the
was just
machine.
thinking that, hey,
I
my
was
friend
like,
is
oh,
here.
yeah.
My friend is here.
Yeah. They're like, no, you fucking suck. It's like, cool.
Well, you know what they say. Your friends roast you the hardest. You know?
That's true.
Yes.
Got to
always.
fill up my bros. All
Okay,
right.
are we?
Cristalino?
Cristalino, you guys ready for the
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Good.
Absolutely. Calling all dog lovers, say hello to Spencer Lee's, offering freeze-dried pet treats, crafted with care and bursting with flavor. Spencer Lee's treats are the ultimate reward for your four-legged friend. Made from single ingredients and freeze-dried to perfection, these treats are packed with all the goodness your pup craves. Be sure to visit Spencer Lee's on Facebook or Instagram for updates and website information.
So not a Blanco.
Nope.
So, Rob, I know you've looked into this process quite a bit. You said they strip out, they filter out the color.
Yes.
I'm amazed that they can filter out
I
the
am
color without screwing up the flavor.
I don't know the process. Will and I, Will Breeden, that is, and I, Will.
Not the other Will?
Will,
OG Will.
not the real,
OG
not,
Will,
not the
not
real Will
other Will.
Shady, the other Will.
Right.
We went to, oh gosh, what was it? Boone County Jail Distillery, and they actually had a tequila or a bourbon that they had actually had made into a Cristalino.
Cristalino. Yeah,
Cristalino
Chattanooga
bourbon.
has one too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, and it was insane.
good?
It was way better than the regular bourbon.
For real?
It was really good, but it was the same thing. It's like it messes with your brain because
What do you think? Yeah.
you expect it to be new make and it's not new make.
What do you think about smell, Scott?
Can
you smell anything?
Yes.
Honestly, it does. It smells like a white dog.
Yeah.
It smells like a new make.
You think so?
I do.
I just think the notes we're getting are a lot more dense and complex.
This one,
Which is what reminds me of like a really good white dog. Because
Yeah.
like you get
I
those
see
like
what you're saying.
really deep,
Yeah.
good flavors from like 140, 160 proof white dog coming right off the still. You get a lot of those floral notes on a good mash at
I
least.
kind of wish it did have more ethanol in it.
Right.
Just on the nose, like I wish it was a higher proof on the alcohol, but it's really
So
It's
good.
light.
it's actually it does.
sweet.
It
Or
seems
maybe just me, but it's kind of sweet.
I haven't
It is
even
sweet.
tasted it yet,
Yeah.
but it does.
I don't know
the
because
nose
my
is
cigar
lighter.
is sweet. I taste everything sweet. I gotta clean my palate, like you said.
Exactly. Yes.
yeah, that's good.
Almost buttery. Sweet buttery.
I was gonna say it kind of actually. This is gonna sound super strange, but it reminds me of a very buttery Chardonnay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, which
Very
I'm not a huge
mouth-watering.
like Chardonnay guy, but if I'm gonna have Chardonnay, I want it to be very buttery, and that's what this reminds me of. It's got the hint of tequila there, but this is not. Like if tequila's not your thing, you're not gonna drink this. Somebody could hand this to you and you'd be like,
That's too sweet.
"Is that tequila?" They'd be asking you if it's
Yeah.
tequila because they wouldn't know for sure. That's good. I like that.
That is really good.
18 months on this one.
18 months.
For Chris, it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's way less. It probably makes it easier to strip all that color out of there too.
Could be. Maybe it wasn't as dark as what someone would.
So
be.
how do they do it? I don't know the process.
I
Is
don't
it
either.
charcoal? Do they do it like vodkas where they just like charcoal filter the
he-
shit out of
he
it?
told us when we were up there, but I don't remember.
I don't think you can do charcoal because it would.
It would be an additive at that point, wouldn't
Well,
it?
it just changes.
Changes
You're
the flavor.
pulling things out for sure that wouldn't be just color.
Well,
I mean,
that's true.
yeah. Usually, charcoal's meant to pull out like things that would be considered bad or harsh.
I'm curious how the filtering process is on this one then, because Do you know how they filter this?
I have no idea.
I mean,
Yeah.
fibrous, leaves. Maybe they like use what they have. I don't
Well,
know.
it's got to
if
be
they,
after the barrel, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
because that's how they're getting the flavors.
We'll have to look into that because
Yeah.
I'm curious like how you would filter out the color without taking the flavor out. It is sweet though. It is. It has some
very
touch of
sweet.
sweetness on
Yeah.
there.
I managed
I
to
like
get a
it.
short pour on that one, like an actual short.
There you
pour.
go. Good for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know because we're starting to go at it, and we're only an hour, not even an hour in yet. So
Yeah, and then we still have lunch after this. Can't not drink at lunch.
I'm definitely gonna have something to drink at lunch. Probably a top shelf margarita.
I
Yeah.
think that's
Yes.
where I'm going.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
yeah. I remember Lisa had like a 16. No, she had the bigger one.
She had the big one, yeah.
Yeah, and she
She
was
was
like,
toasted.
"That was a mistake. I shouldn't have had the big one."
Well, and Lisa doesn't drink a lot. She likes to sip and she likes to try things. But I remember back when we first started dating, when we would go drinking, she would get a wine cooler and she'd drink half of it and she's done. And that was it. That's all she drank. So she doesn't like that.
Get you a nice
She
fuzzy
doesn't
navel.
like she doesn't like being buzzed. She doesn't like that at all. So yeah, that day she was
Me neither. I just
buzzing
go
pretty
right
heavy.
past that.
yeah.
right, I skip
Yeah.
You gotta
past
skip that
buzz
part.
and
Yeah.
go straight to full on intoxication.
Buzz is bad. You just skip right past that and go.
Buzz
You know,
means
you
you're not
do
trying
actually
hard
skip
enough.
right past that.
I do. It's
You
like
kinda do.
Shocking.
It is.
You're like stone cold sober,
And then boom.
bam, shit hammer drunk.
And then next it's like, and
Yeah, you're slurring everything, man.
Manuscript straight to cursive.
that's my tumor's kicking in at that point. Jen's got to smack me in the back of the
It's not
head.
a tumor.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good.
All right.
That's
Gosh.
good.
So now we're gonna try some of these organics.
We are, and I'm going to make you try this Blanco
I know you are.
because I think you're going to be surprised.
Yeah, I think
it's
you
not
will be
that-
surprised.
It's not that Blancos are bad; they just don't hit my palate quite the way that I like. Yeah, they're just I don't know. I
I'll
just
hit your
like a little
palate.
bit more depth to it.
Well, most Blancos tend to be a little bit more almost watery. This one actually has some thickness to it.
Nice and suck. So these are products that Indiana Small Batch carries. The Blanco, I think they're all 40 proof.
Yeah, I think they are.
100% Blue Weber agave.
40 proof or 40%.
40%, 80
40%.
proof.
80.
They are natural, no additives. Made in Jalisco. Bottled, I guess, here. Maybe they even import them.
Could just be a straight imported
I
product.
think it's just a straight imported product.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% organic,
Actually-
certified, GMO free.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's bottled in Mexico too.
Is it? So
Only
then it's
reason I
just
say that's
imported to
because
Miami.
I
then.
remember when we first ordered some,
Yeah.
the bottles were hung up in customs.
Listen, this is why I'm not the sales guy.
No, I get it. I get it.
I'm just pouring it.
you just take pretty pictures.
Yeah, I
Yep.
take pretty pictures and I bring it to sample. So
Now coming off of the others, this definitely does go the very
and we're
light
going
route.
backwards now because this is a Blanco. So
Yeah.
like we're going from the gold and the extra
Yes.
añejo to this. So
Yeah.
don't get your hopes too high for this one. But
But you know what? It's almost a little bit of a relief on the palate after having the richness.
It kind of
Yeah.
is.
The
It's
sharpness
way
is-
smoother.
the-
well, not smoother, but like it start to finish. I think it is just the Blanco at least.
Yeah.
Is just from the front of the palate to the back, just smooth altogether.
It is not
It just-
as
No sweetness, no sharpness. Like
it's not as aggressive as
No.
most Blancos. So I've got a bottle at home I bought down in Mexico, Herradura, which
Herradura,
is
yes,
I
yes.
love Herradura. It's fantastic, and I've got 100 proof
Oh.
Blanco, and it's aggressive. Like it's like I'm tequila, and I am going to fuck your mouth really, really hard. Like that's just the way it goes. Like it's just I'm here. I'm going to announce my presence, and you will know it. And it's awesome for that reason, right? It's really
Yes.
good in a Paloma,
oh,
right? That 100 proof, and then
Yes.
you just that
Mike's
Mix
still
it with the
traumatized
flavors,
by the
yeah.
word Paloma.
That's better because
But
the
you drink
tequila's
like
so strong.
yeah, you drink one
Flashbacks.
because it's not just the
PTSD.
strength; it's just like that acidity from the grapefruit and the real aggressive. Sorry, I haven't.
I'll bring it
drank
back
mine
to you. I'll bring it back to you.
yet. But yeah, it's surprising what that can do when you use it correctly. So Blancos typically aren't my thing, but this one is actually quite a bit
Solid.
more laid back than,
Yeah,
than
solid.
most Blancos.
Yeah, not aggressive. So this one is the Reposado. Again, I don't know the age on these, but I would have to imagine that they're probably minimum just because of the color.
I think they are. Yeah.
The nose is much lighter than the Clase Azul.
Well, and this is also their first 3, so they're probably going to be right on the mark.
Right, yeah, to get them out to the public.
Yep,
That Blanco had a long finish to it.
Yeah.
It does.
it did.
It does.
A very long finish. It really extended.
So, Reposado
Does say produced and bottled in Mexico.
in Mexico. So,
It's
Okay.
imported through
Hecho a
Miami.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to
Imported
get some.
to Miami.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what all those mean.
Definitely
Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
I don't know what all that Spanish says.
No, it's all abbreviated, so I have
Oh,
no
okay.
idea. Doesn't say USA. I have no idea what it says.
Emi.
Right? Is that right? ME?
Emi.
That's the. I thought it was MX.
I don't know.
Mm.
I spent time in Maine.
Right? Right. Do they do state abbreviations in Mexico?
Yes.
So what's Guanajuato?
JTO.
JT. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Guanajuato. JTO.
Okay.
It's GWAT.
G
GWAT.
GWAT.
Yeah.
I like that.
Chihuahua.
There you go. He got it.
Chihuahua is a state in Mexico,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
state in Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
They make the best cheese.
And the worst
Oh,
dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I actually know a number. Like I know Oaxaca,
Oaxaca.
Guanajuato, Chihuahua, Jalisco,
Is that where the corn come from? Oaxaca.
Oaxaca,
Oaxaca, they make so the green bottle of the
the mezcal.
the mezcal is
Yeah.
from Oaxaca.
How is that so bad and it's from Oaxaca? Because I've had Oaxacan mezcal that is spectacular.
Yes,
like
it
really,
is.
really good. But that green bottle, man, I tried that. And Andreas ended up knocking half price off because I was like, I couldn't even finish it. I was like, dude, I can't even drink this. He's like, it's okay. I'll only charge you half
Right,
for it.
it's
So I
okay.
appreciate that. Yeah, sorry, not trying to knock down
No,
the
that's
green
all right.
bottle.
No,
We try.
come
We
to
try some
Hacienda
things.
and yeah, try it.
I was going to go there with that too because that's a lot of times the green bottle might be someone's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Just because one person says they hate something doesn't mean that you're going to. I mean, think about the bourbons we love in the world. I mean, Jim Beam's Jim Beam because they're Jim Beam.
Yeah.
People
And
love
if
Jim
you,
Beam.
if you love base bottle Jim Beam, good on you because you get you can buy that bottle anywhere and it's cheap.
Cheap as shit. Ow,
Yeah.
fuck.
So it is just it's a palate thing.
It is. It is.
is.
Yeah, each person has to give it a
Yes.
try.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time, right? I mean, there's some people that come in, they buy the same cigar,
Mhm.
they're buying the same bottle of bourbon.
Yep,
Get out there and try it. Try different stuff. It's more fun that way.
it is. It is.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then do good things to your friends when you walk in and say, here, try this weeder. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
And then all of a sudden, halfway through the day, somebody comes in and is like, oh, I love that. And I was like, take it.
Here's the bottle.
Yours,
Take it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take it.
You got to
I'm
try
like,
this to talk shit.
Yeah.
But this is a great place to come in and try different things because again, your prices are good, so you can try a really high end tequila, really high end bourbon
Mhm.
at a lower price and try it. And if you don't like it, move on.
Yeah.
It's
Try
easy.
something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink
Try
a
the Clase
margarita.
Azul, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. What do you think of this one, Scott?
I actually really like this one.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy.
I mean, reposados are kind of my jam anyway.
I know.
I'm more of an añejo. I do like the
I'm
like
into
the añejo a
añejos.
little bit more, but and I do like their añejo a lot, but their repo is really good. Now, okay, so
You can use
not to bash any brands, but I will say that the Santo repo I'm not a fan of. It's just a little bit
I haven't
more
had a whole lot.
aggressively. I don't know. There's that aggressive. I don't know what even word I want to do. Maybe medicinal kind of thing going with it that I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of. But I do like that repo.
So this is the añejo. This one is definitely darker in color. A little toothier than the other two for sure. It's a little toothy. You get a little more flavor notes out of this one than the other two. That's for sure. Way less floral than the Clase Azul.
Yeah.
All of them.
Clase Azul
Yeah.
is floral.
But they're-
like
yeah,
the whole
that's
line.
their-
That's their jam.
that's what they're going for.
do, Yeah.
And this one you can taste the wood in it,
Yeah.
which I do like. That's
Yeah.
that's
You
probably
can
why I
s-
like it.
You can get it on the
See it.
nose
You
even.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this one is a good, like, a bourbon drinker's añejo would be a good, like, if I was the sales guy, that's what I would say is like this añejo specifically
you
is
talk like a sales guy.
well, I try, but I don't know all the shtick. Here, buy my shit. It tastes okay.
It tastes good.
Mike's
Yeah.
the visual salesperson.
Just don't ask him like
Yeah.
if you say, "Hey, I would like 4 cases." How much is that going to be? Mike's head will explode.
Yeah.
Because Mike and math don't get along.
Don't ask me to build your fence.
75,000 or
No,
or
he said
50
it,
bucks.
for
I don't
for
know.
a 1 acre plot of land to put a fence around it. Mike calculated this morning there was going to be $187,000.
Yeah, 178.
Oh, 178. Sorry. Yeah.
I'll do it for 100.
I do it for 75.
I'll do it for 95.
I might do it for 15, man.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Cost
do
of
math.
wood might ruin you on that one.
See, it's not the math.
He didn't say wood fence. He just said
okay.
fence. I'm going to put some chain link
Chicken
shit.
wire.
That was well, that was for chain link.
You just got to keep the llamas in. That's all you need.
Yeah, it's not the math that I have a problem with. It's the measurements, which is still math, but you know,
That's a good point because you don't map very well.
fuck no.
He doesn't
Geography
time
is
very well
not.
either.
I don't time.
You don't time very well. That's a good point.
So, do you ever see the movie
Yes.
Spinal Tap?
No.
Yeah. Turn it up to 11.
My favorite part of that is they order the Stonehenge to put on stage, and they come in and they're like 12 inches tall,
Hell yeah.
and he's like, "Oh man, I didn't realize that the 1 mark meant feet and the 2 marks meant inches. I had them backwards."
That's me. Yeah,
you.
that's me.
That sounds like you.
I'm good at other things,
Yes, you are. You're very good. You're very talented.
just not
At
math.
Not that.
Not that. I can't build shit either.
That actually worked
Me
really
neither.
well.
I'm
with
not
the
very
cigar.
good making things
Yeah.
build. You know, like
I got to paint my house today. I'm also not good at that.
Oh, I hate painting. God.
You're
Tape.
painting today in the cold.
Tape is your friend.
Well, the inside. Not painting the outside. Fuck that. It's brick.
Oh, right.
Not painting brick. I like patch painted some of the spots and realized how shitty our paint is. And, like, I got to do the whole wall. Like, it sticks out that bad.
Okay.
Like the patch that I
Right.
put. Yeah, it's
Lisa figured
It's
out the way
dirty.
to get me to paint when we were trying to paint this room, and I hate painting. So she cranks up, like the classic rock sing-along songs, as loud as you can crank it up. I got that room done in no time, man. I mean, just singing and painting. It looked like shit, but hey, I got it painted.
the paint bucket was empty and it was on the
empty.
walls.
It's on the
That's
wall.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, our problem is the dogs run around, so like I can't paint anything low, or they're gonna like rub against the wall because Howard likes to rub his ass on everything. So I'm just gonna have ass streaks all over my paint. So I gotta figure that out.
They call
Howard
that
needs to
textured.
Yeah, texture.
Sounds like Howard needs a girlfriend.
Yeah,
What
we're
I'm hearing.
We're doing texture walls.
So I joined a Facebook group just because you need some fun in your life. And this was all about Spaceballs, the movie.
Yeah.
Antonio, I don't know if you've seen Spaceballs. It's a Mel Brooks
Never seen
movie.
it, no.
It makes fun of Star Wars, right? But it's a movie. And Mel Brooks is this great director who
Yeah,
all his movies are really dumb and hilarious.
Slapstick.
And this guy posted on this Facebook group, he said, my landlord painted my walls and painted over this roach. There's a dead roach on the wall. And so he said, I fixed it. And he drew a top hat and a cane and like colored in the legs. Because in the movie Spaceballs, it makes fun of Alien, the movie Alien.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the thing comes out of the guy's chest and he puts a top hat on. He sings, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Yeah. And he did that on his wall.
That's
It was
funny.
pretty great.
May the
you got
Schwartz be with
time
you.
for one more tequila?
Oh, we have one more. Yeah. And then we got to get some bourbons. We're
Yeah.
good. We'll
We
pour in
still
these
got
glasses.
Herradura.
Extra
All right.
añejo.
Thank you, though.
Extra añejo.
All right.
Silencio.
Let me know when
Absolutely
you guys
not.
ready.
Oh, we're always ready.
You ready? Okay.
I don't think you realize how much we drink.
Oh, I just slammed that thinking I was slamming tequila and it was just water because I'd already rinsed my glass.
Damn.
I think
that
we're
shot
going
like
to
it
do
was
some
nothing.
bourbons next.
Yes.
That's a
So
Herradura.
if you got some bourbons that you want to bring,
Ya llévatelas todas esas ya.
So this is a Herradura.
I keep looking up and we keep having audience members looking through the glass. All your employees are super excited.
Oh yeah.
Hey, everybody.
They're excited. They're my cooks. They make
Oh,
good food.
fantastic.
He's like, look at these fools out here drinking while we're at work.
Yeah, they're wondering,
Oh,
who in the hell
man.
drinks at 11
Wow.
o'clock in the
The
morning?
nose on this one.
Nose is
40%
beautiful.
ABV.
This is the Herradura. It's the best.
Oh yeah.
Top of the
Yeah.
line of Herradura.
This
yes.
right
This
here
is
is
your baby right here.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Oh
I might
yeah.
have to
See
find that
these
one.
guys.
I'll pass it over.
And this is a higher end bottle, but Antonio, do you know what this bottle costs when you're buying it at the liquor
flash.
store?
yes. My price is about 380, 400,
380, okay.
380, 400, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, MSRP is higher than that.
I thought it was five or 600.
Yeah, 499 to 6.
There you go. Okay.
That's my price, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that almost has rum qualities to it.
Mm.
It's pretty good. Actually,
That's
it's one of my
really
favorites.
good. It definitely leans more rum adjacent than it does tequila to me. That's
Oh,
wild.
the finish.
Oh, so good. It keeps going.
Finish just keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like Herradura, because the agave notes are always there.
Yep.
Yes.
They're not like Cordolejo that goes over the top and it's like really, really crazy on the agave.
Mhm.
They have a perfect balance. You always know this is tequila. Like their reposado is one I can just sit down and
Drink it.
and
yeah.
just drink it, like no problem at all.
So
And
this one,
Yeah.
the Herradura Selección Suprema, first extra añejo back in 1990. That's cool.
it was the first.
Yeah, the first to be called extra añejo back in 1990.
Okay.
Wow.
Maria Teresa is the first female master distiller, working for Herradura for 29 years. And Maria makes this now. New American oak, double distilled. Love that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, her description on there said tastes like a cognac.
I would
I
buy
could see that.
could
Maybe
see
that's
that.
why
Yeah, I
like you're
agree
thinking
with
that
that.
rum quality.
It'll be like cognac. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
double distilled. Man,
The nose is absolutely beautiful.
Mhm.
Great fruit notes come through.
Laffy
On
Taffy.
Laffy Taffy, you think so?
Yeah,
Strawberry?
it's got
I was
candy.
gonna say
Yeah,
maybe
strawberry,
strawberry?
Laffy
Yeah.
Taffy.
Well, definitely not banana.
So
No,
there's
not
a
banana.
thing.
Apple.
So the first time I went to Guanajuato, I don't know what season it was, but I saw this everywhere. It was on these signs everywhere.
The Herradura,
And it was not the. It was
Coralejo,
strawberries and cream.
strawberries and cream.
And
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
they? What was the sign? What would they
Well,
say?
It's like a dessert, you know, like
Right. But how do they in Spanish? How do they say it?
fresas con crema.
Yes, con crema.
Fresas
Yes.
con crema. They put cream, honey, fresh strawberries, mix it up all together, and you eat it
Oh, I've
with a
seen
spoon,
that.
like a
Yeah.
dessert.
Why is that
Like
not on the
ice
menu
cream.
here?
Yeah, no kidding.
Man,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
That sounds
that's
delicious.
that's like from your
I know,
home.
yeah,
It's- And I
I
love
gotta-
like having fruit with cream is one of my favorite desserts. I go and get that with like a creme on glaze and fresh berries and hola amigo.
Yes.
And it's man, I just love that. And this would go so well.
Yes, we will have to make some. Next time you could do another show, maybe in the summer, you know, we could make some strawberries and
There
cream.
you go.
That would be
Yes.
perfect.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Heck yeah. That's really good. I like
Yeah,
that.
it was everywhere. I go down there and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Fresas
Like
con
it's
crema everywhere.
it's
yes.
everywhere.
I've seen the videos of like how you say the honey and adding all the fresh
Yes.
stuff into it, and it sounds good. I most definitely can't eat most of that shit, but you know,
Thank you to sponsor Deadwood Live. Derek with Deadwood Live is producing top quality live edge products as well as bourbon themed furniture. If you've been in the lounge, you've seen the custom live edge table and barrel stools produced by Derek. Be sure to give him a like and follow on Facebook at Deadwood Live. That's DED Wood Live. Don't worry. You're good. Come on. Come have a seat. So
Have a seat.
So
Have a
this is
seat.
our very good friend,
this episode
Andreas.
filmed in front of a live ostrich.
Andreas works as both a server and a bartender. And Andreas, you've been here. How long have you been working at Hacienda?
2 years, my friend.
2 years.
years, okay.
2 years.
Yes.
Dos años, right?
Thanks everyone for the opportunity, guys.
Absolutely.
dude,
So
this has been
so
awesome.
Andreas makes Janelle's mojitos because
best.
the best.
best.
The best.
The
I gotta
best.
try one. Yep. And
Who making the best mojitos?
Who makes the best mojitos?
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
Janelle's been drinking.
Thank you. Yeah.
Janelle has been drinking. She got into a margarita, I think. Yeah, she's already halfway through. So,
She's
got
more
her-
than halfway through.
oh yeah, she's almost ready for another one.
She's got her martini or
Yeah.
her margarita buddy over there.
Exactly.
Oh, there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
James huddled up with her
oh
coffee.
my goodness. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And Andres, you're also from Guanajuato, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm
That's
from
right.
Guanajuato. You know, it's beautiful, beautiful state because the food, the flavors, the people is so great. Something special is every homes is a different colors. You know.
Yes, they all are.
Exactly, the tunnels, everything is. Guanajuato have a great history. Great
does.
history, exactly. Because in Guanajuato, it started independence, the Mexican independence. From Guanajuato, it started in Guanajuato.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I went on vacation there, Janelle and I, with my sister and her husband, and we stayed up near El Pipola,
Yeah.
which is a giant statue on the side of the mountain. And it's a guy who he was a miner, worked in the mines because it was a mining town, right?
Exactly,
They were
yeah.
getting stone and stuff. And he took this 2-inch thick piece of stone that was like 2 feet by 3 feet and strapped it to his back. And they were trying to storm this granary where all the Spaniards were.
Exactly.
And he had a torch. And so they're shooting arrows and like shooting guns and all that stuff and throwing rocks and spears and everything down at him. And he gets up to the wood gate because they're pinging off the stone, and he lights the gate on fire. And it burns the gate down, and they storm into the granary and kill all the Spaniards.
When the fuck was this?
Yeah, when did when did it start? What year?
I don't know exactly the date. I don't have exactly the date.
Okay.
But
This wasn't like last Tuesday though, right?
it's
You're just like describing this
Yeah,
story
but,
like I was there last week and I saw him light the gate on fire.
Guanajuato in Jalisco is the owners estates.
Yes.
Estates. Yes. The European persons coming. Entonces, Guanajuato and Jalisco is a very important history for Mexico. And Jalisco, you know, factored all tequila.
Yes.
The Jalisco for the world, you know. It's same to Guanajuato. Yes, in Guanajuato and Jalisco, from the plant for the tequila.
Yeah, the blue agave, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Just only in the above states, learn the plant in Jalisco or Guanajuato. And
Yeah.
all world, only Jalisco, Guanajuato. Yeah,
Yep. So
nice.
beautiful area.
Beautiful
Just
area.
I highly recommend look at it for a vacation spot because we were very surprised. It's where a lot of Mexicans go for vacation is
Absolutely. Guanajuato.
And Guanajuato is a state and a city,
Exactly.
right? So you got to go to
the
Guanajuato City.
is the capital, the city.
Yeah.
City, my town is Manuel Doblado. Manuel Doblado is beautiful town. It's so beautiful. Have the best Mexican tacos. You know.
Oh no.
Really, trust me.
You just
when you have
just
chance-
messed up because now everybody in America that
Absolutely.
watches this is going to be like best tacos.
See?
You know, we take our tacos like
See?
we love our tacos.
Yeah, Manuel Doblado have the.
That's enough, Antonio. That's enough. We're not going to be able to try all these. He's showing the all the stuff that he has here. You don't have to bring every bottle out. That's good enough.
Okay, so everyone that's coming for lunch today, the bar is on the patio.
Right. There we go.
Yeah.
You had. Yep. So,
Jeez.
well, let me tell you, if you come to the bar at Hacienda, you work as the bartender on what, Tuesdays, Wednesdays,
Yes, sir. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays.
and Sundays.
And Sundays, okay.
And they do have
Yes.
TVs in here, so if you want to come in and catch a Colts game or whatever, it'll be on TV.
Absolutely.
You can have a mojito made from our friend Andres.
Yes, sir.
He's always in there, and of course working the dining room as a server most of the rest of the day. So
Yes. You know, we have the open doors for everyone. Thanks everyone for coming on the best Mexican restaurant, Hacienda Vieja.
Amen.
Thanks you for coming, okay?
absolutely,
Appreciate it.
We'll never
Andres,
stop.
thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, my
Appreciate it,
friend.
brother.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
buddy. Yeah. Andres.
Gracias, mis amigos.
Yeah, thank
Andreas,
you, buddy.
everyone. Yes. He's our buddy. He takes care of us. He always takes care of
That's
us.
the thing. This place, everybody takes care of you.
Now
Yeah,
I
it's
want to
hard to
point this
tell.
out because Antonio's
jeez.
still bringing. Now that Angel's Envy, that was definitely worth
Oh,
bringing out.
yeah, that
that
one was-
one right
woof.
there. Okay, so I just want to take note. So Antonio, okay, he's got to go take care of something real quick.
Yeah.
He is running a business here,
Yes.
and they're open for lunch. So, yeah. But I want to note, like, this is a Mexican restaurant.
Man, you know what we should have done? Not to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
Next time we do this, if we do this out here, we need to feed it to the TVs inside.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
That would be cool. That's a
All
good
right, so
idea.
food for thought for next time.
Okay.
Time, yeah.
It goes along with the holy shit, I have a headphone jack on the front of this.
So we can next time we do a show, we'll put it on TV inside.
Yeah,
We'll
you
run
put
the
it in the bar
cameras
so
out
they can
there.
see it in there. So they can hear
But
our
then
reviews.
you got to bring your whole video switcher, and you got to put.
Well, I
on
was
a
going to
whole
bring it today
thing.
so I didn't have to edit this tomorrow so I could just post it.
Right,
Because like if I set it up, I can cut like this
right,
and then just save it to my memory card.
right. All these technical details. This is why we have Mike as our
Yes.
producer.
This
'cause
is the thing I'm good at, not counting, not
Yeah.
math.
Not math, not mapping,
Yeah,
no maps,
no maps.
Right.
I can clap and I can sit at a computer.
and no painting.
Nope. Yeah, don't
And
fucking
your,
ask me to
clap,
paint.
your clapping is,
It's gotten lax.
yeah, it's
kinda weak.
It's not bad.
My wrists are getting weaker as I get older. So,
Your wife is here.
I feel like
Huh?
we should.
Your wife is here.
oh hi wife,
Oh, hey,
Oh man,
Lisa.
hopefully she's not telling you like something's messed up at the
Lisa,
shop.
back
I
up.
hope not.
Tell Lisa to back up.
Well, we're open, so that means
Tell Lisa to
Chloe's
back up.
working.
Okay,
Wrong way.
she's got to back up and wave so you can say hi
Yes.
to everybody.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Hey,
you go.
Now wave.
hey.
Lisa, everyone.
There's Lisa.
Lisa Boylan. This is cozy.
Oh,
it's a
it's
cozy
cozy. It's
setup.
nice.
Yeah.
We got lucky. I mean,
Oh,
We
it's
did.
not. It's not bad. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's
chilly.
really not.
It's chilly, but it's not bad.
I was worried that the chairs
Bye.
were going to be colder than they were, but my ass puts off some heat. So
Nice.
Yeah.
The
That's
tequila might have helped.
the
Tequila
tequila did
definitely
help.
helps.
Actually, now that we're through the tequila, I'm warming up. It's getting.
I knew
great.
you'd get there.
Yeah.
tequila does make a big difference.
it warms
doesn't
you up.
Yeah, it gets you going. And now we're gonna
And
step
now we're gonna
up.
get.
So we're gonna.
where do we want to start? You want to start with the Old Forester then?
So let me talk real quick here. So we got the 3 Kentucky Owls. We've
Yes.
done those on the show.
Yeah, so we can wait on
So
those.
we can hold off on those if we want to do them towards the end. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine because we've done those 3.
We've had McKenna 10.
Yep.
Yep.
So we can
We've
stay
done
away from
some-
some of those.
We've done Horse Soldier before.
Yeah, but I'm not
We
sure
have.
about those horse. Are those the new labels for the horse soldiers now?
No.
Oh, okay. The
Nope,
back.
those are the-
They changed
yep.
the back label. Okay.
Well,
I got
batch.
you.
So
Okay.
I'd have to look. I don't know if I could tell which ones are which anymore
Yeah.
because they don't have like a batch 1 and 2. But remember, batch 1 was High Bank,
Okay.
and that was the better of the 2.
Right. Right.
Batch 1 was not good.
Can't remember what the second one was.
It was coming from Florida,
How
Yeah.
did you
Augusta
lose
Distillery,
a shoe?
I think. So we can hold off on those.
Liesel is having a good time.
Yeah.
She's not hopping into bushes. She's not bushwhacking, but
No.
she is climbing over
The words
over
uppy were just said
uppy,
over the railing.
uppy over the
And
railing.
somehow she
Over.
lost a
Okay.
shoe.
Over.
Okay, well,
Taller? No way.
Janelle is never taller than anybody, so the fact I think that's why she likes
That's why
Liesel
she
hanging
likes Liesel
around.
so
That's
much.
it. It's because she's taller than Liesel. Yeah,
Yeah, take those
That's it.
fucking boots off.
exactly.
All right,
Um,
so Old Forester, you want to start with the 2 XOs?
Let's start with the Old Forester.
the
start
old
with Forester.
Forester.
Yeah.
So
Because we all love Old Forester.
take a look at the
picks,
front
and
of this
is a
bottle
great
before you
pick.
start pouring. This was actually a pick that was done for somebody in Bloomington.
Crazy Horse.
The Crazy Horse, and I guess they didn't sell much down there. They turned it back into their distributor, or the distributor still had a bunch of bottles that Crazy Horse was not going to take. And Antonio, I guess he tried it, or maybe just even saw it. I mean, he just kind of sees things and buys them.
Yeah.
And when he got it, and I come in, he's like, "You've got to try this."
Yeah.
Okay. And man, it's absolutely fantastic.
Was this the first bottle we bought?
This was.
This was the first bottle that
This
we bought.
was the
from
first one,
Okay.
yes.
What was the second one?
You bought a 2XO.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
got
It's one
the
of the 2XOs.
sneakerhead one.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Sneakerhead 2XO. But it still amazes me. This is a
Shit,
is
I
a
haven't even
Mexican,
opened my Forester yet.
This is a Mexican restaurant. And look at this bourbon selection that's out
Yeah.
on the table right now.
Allocated shit.
And,
Yeah.
and he took some back inside.
He did.
He
Yes.
was bringing more, and you told him no, so he took some back in.
Yeah.
But
The real question, oh my God. I'm not going to say it. You already know because we've had this. Rob, do you have other cigars with you?
Yes.
I've got the small greens.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
know if we need.
Yeah.
This one's actually smoked faster. I think the wind's kinda
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, getting it a little bit.
I left my humidor at home, so
Yeah,
I don't-
whenever you're ready, let me
yeah.
know. I got them back here.
Yeah,
I've got some too.
oh, do you? Okay.
Oh.
Well, whoever can hook me up on number 2. Sorry,
You
I'm
ready
smoking
now?
fast today. Yeah, pass me another one.
I will
Please,
say
sir.
the white pepper comes through so strong in this that it even overrides. It gets past the retrohale and comes straight out on the palate in the final third.
You know
like
what
it is over the top
It
white
did. Thank
pepper.
you,
If
sir.
you are a white pepper fan, this is the cigar you
huge.
need to
yeah,
have.
huge.
Because man, it's incredible.
So the next episode we'll do the HVC hotcakes because those are new to the lounge.
Yes.
And then the
Either that or
Black
we'll do
Friday.
Black Friday,
I think
maybe.
probably the Black Friday, and maybe if we have time
We'll do
for
the Black Friday because
the
the
second one.
hot cakes are going to be there all the time. Black Fridays are going to be gone once they're gone.
See, I
Do we
tried
wanna
the Black
do-
Friday the other day.
Do we
and
want
it
to
was
do a Black Friday?
Oh,
We could.
call.
At adult daycare.
At adult
At adult
daycare?
daycare.
We should. Yeah.
We could do that.
Let's do
So
that.
let's
Okay,
talk
stay
about that
tuned.
real quick because
It'll be
we do such
the
a
week
shit
after this
job
one.
of promoting things. Instead, we talk about them after they've already happened.
Yeah.
Now we have the opportunity.
So now we got the opportunity right now. So Rob, fill us in. What's going on
Yeah.
on Black Friday at the final third?
So Lisa started this year one. So people go shopping on Black Friday. It used to be you go out at midnight, start shopping. Some people still do.
Yeah, now
That's
it's not so
insane.
much.
It's pretty
I don't-
rare now. Post
It's not
COVID,
as much.
That was-
yeah.
that was
definitely pre-COVID.
you just what are you doing?
Sorry.
Oh, was I muted?
No. I just monoed your ear.
Monoed my ear.
Yeah,
We
I
don't-
fat figured it.
we don't
Nothing
know what
changed.
it
Keep
is.
going.
All right.
Anyway,
all right,
but yeah.
so
So they don't do that. That was one thing that was good that came out of COVID,
yeah.
in my opinion. People
Yep.
don't go crazy on Black Friday anymore.
Right. So what a lot of people, one spouse or the other, not just female and male, but one spouse or the other typically goes out and does some shopping on Black Friday. If you're not the one that goes out shopping, come to the lounge and hang out all day.
Do it.
I mean, it's adult daycare
Do it.
because literally we're going to be smoking and drinking and watching football or whatever's on TV that day. And it's just a good place to come hang out and get away from the hustle and bustle of the shopping crowd. I mean, we all know that once Black Friday hits, you don't go to the malls, you don't go anywhere because it's just an insane shit show.
It's crazy.
So come out here and hang out with us or go shopping and come out and finish your day out with some drinks and cigars. And
We like
That's
our
what we
peanut
do.
gallery, so please come
Yeah.
heckle us.
Go around the back.
Come heckle.
Go around
And I
the
do
back.
want to say,
And-
to your point, you talked about one spouse or the other because we know that there's some husbands out there
oh yeah,
that they're the shoppers.
yep.
Ladies, come on out, right? I mean,
Well, and I will say that's another thing too is we have a lot of ladies that come out that will come out and hang out, and then all of a sudden their boyfriend or husband doesn't smoke, and all of a sudden they come out and they start smoking cigars and having. They're introducing their husbands as opposed to being the other way.
We've had a few. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, we have.
It's good.
yeah, actually, last night it was cool. We were at the shop, and I know you were working,
Yeah.
but want to call out Julie.
Yeah.
Julie from she works. Her husband owns, I think,
Weston.
Weston's Appliance.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So 3 or 4 locations.
I may need appliances.
Exactly. Yep. I already talked to her about potential build out that we're talking about doing where I might need a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
things. So she said
they're
they
in
could get anything.
Hamilton Town Center and Anderson,
Hamilton
I believe,
and
right?
Muncie, I think.
And Muncie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Julie was fantastic. She was smoking her first cigar, and so
Nice.
she was asking questions about hockey. She was asking for help on this cigar, and everybody around was just, as normally happens at the final third, just helpful, and
Hanging out and talking.
she was having a great time. So definitely check out Weston's
And
Appliance.
shout out our new boy Jimmy. It's been coming in.
yeah,
Shout out
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Super
Ah,
awesome
Jimmy.
dude, man.
I was
he
going to
is
say
super
Big
awesome.
Tony, but
Huh?
He
I was
does-
going to say Big Tony.
He is
Big
kind of like a
Tony.
big time. So
Yeah.
he's a Chicago guy,
Yeah.
and no matter what, he's not lost that Chicago accent at
Oh,
all.
no fucking way.
Yeah. He's
Did you say, have you seen him again?
yeah. He was there
He was
last
there last
night.
Oh,
night.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you
Shout
see
out
this
Jimmy.
guy that's like 6'5" or 6'6",
He's
and
almost bigger
big
than
dude,
Scott.
and
Almost
he-
taller than Scott.
oh,
he might be taller.
He's
than me.
way taller
He's
than me.
taller.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's taller. He's bigger. Like he's like extra large size version of me, dude. He's a
Always-
big dude.
Yeah.
Always got his red hat on too.
He's
Oh,
always
yeah.
got his Trump hat
Trump
on.
hat on. Yep.
Yeah,
yep,
and
yep.
he will let you know. So
Yep, yep.
if you get offended by that, don't. Okay,
Bro.
it's all friends at the shop.
But he's also the epitome of, I'm a Trump supporter. But then as he leaves, he's telling all us, man, I love you so much,
Yeah.
man. Thank you so much for having us here. Such a nice guy.
yeah, he is
Such a
He
nice
is.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
Love
not,
you
he's
guys.
not beating a drum.
No, he's not. No,
Nope.
he'll let you know, but he's not beating the drum at all.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the guy that'll go to New York and walk through the streets and yell, "Forget about it," and then start a fight.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
As I'm walking here.
But I love
We
you.
don't fucking say that.
Yes.
We don't fucking say that.
Hopefully, Antonio will be joining us here again in a minute. Cause
Jeez.
Well, and something else. So he's got the 3 Kentucky Owls out here.
Yeah.
We're going to be bringing Kentucky Owl in here soon.
For a postponed event.
But we also have an event coming up. It's going to be during the 1 year or the 3-year anniversary event, that because we do the whole week. So we're going to have a tasting of Kentucky Owl. So come, be on the lookout for that. Get on our email list, whatever. And we'll be having a Kentucky Owl. So if you want to try through some of the Kentucky Owl stuff, which honestly, it's super delicious.
It is good.
All the stuff. I mean, all the ones we've tried were great. That'll be a great time to come out and actually try a little bit higher end product.
All right, so let's talk about this whiskey real quick because we're drinking it because
Don't
it's
start
so
with me.
good. But
I
You-
already killed it.
yeah, you kill. I know it's that good. It's that good.
It is so
I
good.
left it there because I'm gonna blurt it out and we all know we've had this one, but this
Yeah.
is that banana runts.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
But
not
it's a
really
subtle
banana.
banana.
Yeah.
it is. It's not aggressive banana.
No.
It's that green apple banana.
Because
Yes.
I've had some Old Foresters and obviously a lot of the Jack stuff that comes out is just like banana bombs. This
Yeah.
is just a nice subtle banana.
Well, that Old Forester
note.
117 that I've got is a banana
Yeah, that's
bomb.
solid.
You got that, yeah.
Yep.
We on our Orange Beach trip, me and Scott each bought a different bottle of Old Forester, and both of them very distinct
Very banana.
but amazing.
Yeah.
What was the other one? It
And-
was the IOG Luker group.
I
the
had
IOG pick,
I
wasn't
had
it?
the Nora pick,
And
and he
then
had the
Total wine.
Total
The
wine.
total wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And this
Yeah.
is the proof on this is really high, isn't it? It's like
Oh,
131
yeah,
or
it's-
132.
it's
At
up
least
there.
130. Yeah.
Mine was I think
131 and a half.
I think mine was 136. Yours was 117,
Yeah,
and then
This is 131.
131.
Yeah.
but it does not drink
No,
131.
no, no, no.
No, and I think on the nose on this one, I get more banana than I do on the palate.
It's
I
not
get
on the
more
palate,
of that
yeah.
green
It's not on the
apple
palate,
on
yeah.
the palate.
It
But I'm
is.
also
It's interesting.
I'm
It's
getting some other like high fruit notes in this. I can't quite identify.
on the nose.
Maybe almost like a hint of Concord grape.
What does this wine smell like? Oh, grapes.
the Concord grape peel.
Right, exactly. Yeah, where it's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
that slight kind of
It's almost like
it's
a-
that
That kind of bitter thing. Good,
Exactly.
Good bitter
It's
thing.
a
but
good
it's
bitter.
there,
Kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
got dark cherry almost.
I could see that.
mhm.
Like the pitted cherries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what those cherries are called. They're just called pitted cherries. I don't know.
Sure.
And this does
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it's probably an effect of the ethanol, the alcohol content. But it absolutely has a bit of a drying effect,
Yeah.
but then your mouth waters.
Yeah.
And I love that.
So
So
it has
that's
a-
the one that makes you want to go
It's
back.
a quick finish. It's
But that's
not
also-
a drying.
But that's also
No,
a-
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's an Old Forester character though.
Yeah.
Their stuff does taste. I mean, it does have that little bit of heat to it, but you get so much complexity and flavor on everything. I mean, and all of them, they're all different. That's what I like about Old Forester. They're all different, but they also still have that Old Forester feel to them.
Yeah. I will say, I don't remember if it was at the track. It might have not been. There was something that we were at, party, and oh, you know what I think it was? I think it was my Independence Day party. And like Jen and I started going to town on this bottle. And at the end of the night, it was gone.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I had bought
yeah,
it
yeah.
like 2 weeks before, and we just all
Was it
started.
that or the wedding?
It wasn't the wedding.
No.
I brought out
Oh, we
my.
killed a different one on the wedding.
Yeah, that was the one that Janelle got me for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it was Independence Day.
Yeah, Independence Day, and we just sat out after the fireworks and everything. We're on my back porch, and we
Oh,
just
that's right. That was the rye.
we
Yeah.
just started drinking, and man, that was this bottle. That
Yeah,
was
that was
this.
this-
No, at the
At the wedding was the rye.
The wedding was
The
the
wedding was
rye.
the
That's
rye.
right.
The
Yeah,
wedding, yeah,
the barrel
yeah.
pick rye.
That one
Yes.
didn't last long either.
No, we killed
No.
that too. Yeah,
No.
yeah. See, I'm a big fan of. Look, I buy whiskey to drink it. I don't like right now. I have more unopened bottles than I've ever had in my life because I kind of went on this buying spree. Breeden keeps being like, "Hey, guys, you want this? You want? Yeah, I'll take it." So get it.
Hey, and for the taters out there, they've got Blantons.
They do have like
They do have Blanton.
yeah.
horse
I don't know
and
how
top.
many. It
Look
has.
at the bottom of that. Look at the bottom of that bottle. What's that say? $20.
20.
$20 for a pour.
Yeah.
And I will say, so when you come to Hacienda, just you got to remember you're coming to a Mexican restaurant where lots of people are going to take tequila shots. So most of the time they're serving in little 1 ounce plastic cups.
Yeah.
But we did tell Antonio, hey, for this bourbon you need to get
By Glenn's.
Glenn's, and he
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
did.
he
He
did.
went out.
Yes,
I
Glenn's.
mean, it was you came here like a week later after we told him, and he
Yeah,
had,
it was right by the bar.
he had
yeah.
like 2 dozen
whole,
Glens.
Whole box of Glens.
So you just got to tell them, hey, can you please put that in a Glen? Like when you're ordering the bourbon, they'll happily do it for you, no
Yeah.
problem at all.
But like most places, even bourbon bars, they typically throw them in rocks glasses.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
No, I love a rocks
But
glass.
if you do if you're going to a local bar and you want it in Glencairn, which I usually do,
And people like it
Just
in
ask.
rocks. I mean,
Some
there's
places do
people at the
have 'em.
lounge that prefer a rocks glass.
they
over-
do.
They'll
They
get a
do.
double in a
Well, I mean,
rocks glass.
Scott used to be more
Yeah.
that way.
So
Still
here's
kinda are.
here's my thing is if I'm being critical, right? If I'm like trying to taste, I want a Glen every time.
Yes.
But honestly, I enjoy drinking out of a rocks glass more than I enjoy drinking out of a Glen. It just,
Why?
It's all perfect.
I don't know. I got fat hands.
Because you got to touch it.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
and
just-
also you
I
have
just-
you have a pretty sensitive nose.
I do.
So when you get into a Glen, you're really condensing the nose.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
with a rocks glass, you can get more of the subtle
Opens-
nose on
opens
it.
up.
It
and
gets a lot of
more air.
it gets a
Yeah.
lot more air.
A
in
lot of
there.
air to it, yeah.
especially in your
Yeah.
on your nose too, which is great.
I think it's
don't
mainly because I know how much I'm drinking. If I pour it into a Glen, I have no idea if it's in a rocks glass.
Well,
I'm like,
there's-
oh, that looks like an ounce.
the
6
only
ounces.
this much.
2 fingers in a rocks glass is different than a Glen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and that's why I like
yeah.
an authentic Glen or a raised Glen, because you don't have to touch your glass, right? So like
Yeah.
now it's cold outside, like our glasses are kind of cold, so it's going to taste different now than when we go inside and taste it on the bar, obviously, because our glasses
Yeah.
are cold. But there's some Puritans that go out there and they will use barrel tasters because you touch the side of your glass and your whiskey will always stay warm
Warm.
because
Right.
you're always holding it in your hand.
Yeah.
I'm never holding a Glen like this. Like if I'm picking up my Glen, I'm grabbing the base of it, which is
Right.
the whole purpose of the Glen. Like you
Yep.
don't need to,
Yeah.
Did you just mimic sucking a dick out of your Glen?
I was going to point that out. I was going to let it go.
I'm
but
drinking whiskey.
He's taking care of his bros.
Okay. Take care of his bros.
Got to take care of my bros.
So
And Tony, we were just talking about how you went out and got Glens,
Yes.
Glencairns. So if people come in and want some bourbon, they just need to tell you,
Yes.
pour it into a Glencairn and
Yes.
be good to go.
We good to go. We got.
Did you mute him?
he's
Oh, my bad. Go
Okay,
ahead.
now you're
There
back
you go.
on.
I called out my private selection. So
So
There you go.
tell us, how did you come across this Old Forester? Did they just come to you and say, hey, we got a bunch of this Old Forester. Do you want some? Like, what was the story behind
well,
that?
the story behind that, I went to I think it was 1933.
Okay.
And I was drinking bourbon over there. I said, hey, can you sell me one of those bottles? No, that's impossible to get. They only make specials for this restaurant. So fine, okay. So I take a picture and I send it to my sales rep. Can you find me a bottle? Can you find me a bottle of this? Oh yeah, I got 3 cases. I said, all right, send me those 3 cases.
nice.
All of them, please.
We sold that in here, and we've been selling a lot of to-go bottles. If people want to buy a bottles, I don't have that many anymore, but I used to have probably around between 20 to 30 bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're down to probably less than 10 now, right?
Probably 4 or 5.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
man. So if you want it, get
Get
in
it
here
now.
and
Come in here and get it.
Get
and
it.
then he'll get more.
Yes.
It's,
Yeah, please.
yeah, once this one's gone, it is a
Yeah,
single
I don't think
barrel.
I can get those anymore.
No, single
once
barrel.
they're gone,
So
yes.
once it's gone,
When they're
that's
gone,
it.
they're
It's
gone,
gone
yes.
forever. Yep. Yeah,
Change
that's what.
locations, still get trains.
So what
Yeah.
should we? I'll tell you what. I'm
2XO.
gonna make a recommendation here
Do it.
that we should do the American oak and then move up to the French oak, and then I don't know what that other 2XO is. That's an unopened
So
one.
the-
That's a new one.
Well,
What's-
that one, and then the black bottle here is the Jim at Kentucky.
I know that. What's
That's
the
Blackhead
third
blend.
one?
Blackhead.
Oh,
blend.
we got another bottle of Sneakerhead.
Sneakerhead.
Great. Okay, there you go.
Okay, so I think we should go from right to left by the way I'm looking. So start there at the American oak.
Yep.
Now the American oak, I'm this did not hit my palate particularly well. But I had another person that was with me that they absolutely loved it. So again, your palate, you got to make your own decision. You got to try some of this stuff. But this one, I don't know if we got details on this. 92 proof. And just some tasting notes on the back, nothing about it.
I'm pretty sure it's a blend.
There's some rye
So-
in the mash bill. It says.
So remind me, 2XO, do they source all their whiskey?
Yes.
Yes, I thought they did.
This is Dixon Deadman's new,
That's
new
right.
brand.
That's right.
Yeah, and actually, the 2XO lineup is really, really good. I mean, there is
It is.
some really good whiskey. Okay, that can go back around to Antonio so you can make sure he gets a little bit. because you
Yeah,
know the 8 tequilas weren't enough. We have to go to bourbon now.
Well,
Which
that's
one is this?
One thing that's nice too
This
is
is the American Oak.
the selection of the whiskeys here are really unique and across the board, which is nice. Now, you know, you look at our bar, we've got 100 bourbons on the bar, probably close to
100
it.
bourbons? Oh,
Yeah.
We
I
have a
gotta
lot.
go there and try sometime.
But
Yeah, you
that's
haven't
the
even
thing
made
is-
it out
I
yet.
know,
You got to
yeah.
come
You
out.
see, that's the thing is like we had 2XO and no one was really trying it because we had so many options. With you got plenty of different bourbons in here, but you know, you got several of the 2XO, so people can come in here and try some different things. They're not getting it at every bar, which is nice. I like
Do a little
that.
2XO flight. And
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
Taste
of
it.
flights,
They
So
will, coming,
They
Rob.
will be
So-
here in the next couple weeks.
Antonio, the
Damn it, I
couple
said 2
weeks.
weeks.
Dude, you shouldn't say
Couple
2
weeks.
weeks. No,
By the holidays.
there's some total recall thing.
About
2
6
weeks.
months after Rob opened his shop, he comes to me and says, "Hey, I want to take these staves, the wood from the barrel, and I want you to drill holes in it so that I can use these little glens and serve a
These.
flight."
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
That's
And
a
have
good
like,
idea, yeah.
have like 5 of them. It is a great idea. And I did a great job drilling. I mean, not to pat myself on the back, and not that it was real hard to use a drill press.
Scott's good at drilling.
Yeah, but
Scott
I
loves to
don't
drill
really
stuff.
make things very well. I'm kind of like you in that
They were-
respect.
they were.
My whole family builds houses and does remodels, and I can't build
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't
No,
do anything.
I got a
Mom
guy.
doing an excellent job with their houses. Yes.
Exactly. I that whatever that thing was in the genetics, it did not
not
come
in
to
you.
me. No. I have no skill there.
Scott
but
just
I
got
did.
the liver genes.
You did.
That's right. I can drink really well. I can drink really, really well. But I did drill these holes perfectly.
Shout out, Granny.
And so I bring him back to Rob, and he's like, "Yeah, a couple weeks I'll have flights." That was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So I'm still working on that one.
So this is the moderate rye, 18% rye in this one.
Okay.
Don't taste a lot of rye in it.
Not a whole lot of info on what the whiskey is from the 2XO brands. I feel like I know we've talked about this before because
Yeah.
Will's gave us a lesson on this. I don't know a whole lot about the 2XO brand other than the Dixon Deadman, blends. But
So what do you guys think about this? I'm curious about opinions.
I mean, it's
I
what
like it.
94 proofs. This one's lower.
I like it.
Um,
It's actually, again, it's kind of almost a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
It's a little lighter.
Tobacco.
You're
Echoey.
saying let's use whiskey to cleanse our palate to drink more whiskey?
Why would we not, right?
Got to start somewhere.
I'm sticking with the nutty notes on this one.
Well, that's
I can
because
see
you're
that.
nutty.
I am
I can
nutty,
see that.
Yeah.
but it's 94 proof, I think. So this one's a little lighter compared to the Old Forester, but I think this one drinks higher than. It seems like it's higher than 100, honestly, to me.
Well, and being just the was it a new American oak? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It definitely comes off a little bit lighter on the palate, on the flavor notes, but it's deep, if that makes sense. It doesn't come across as like really dark notes, but it actually comes across as nice light notes in a deep way. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
It advertises a lot of vanilla and caramel, but it does say that it's a highly charred oak barrel. But
Okay.
it doesn't.
It
you
doesn't
don't-
come aggressive,
You don't.
does it?
Yeah, it's not aggressively, but that you can get
Sure.
the flavors complexity of that without the harshness.
Right.
And there goes the restaurant supply truck.
This episode sponsored by
Piazza
Piazza
We gotta have
Produce.
those. We gotta have those.
Yeah. So this one, I like it. I think it's really good.
I do too.
So this was not something that hit my palate.
Yeah, I don't
And-
think it's. I wouldn't seek this one out. Because I think even this one's like 79 or 89.
No,
like retail?
59.
59. Okay,
Yeah,
well that's
59.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think these
because
are 59.
the single barrel ones are the ones that are
Yes.
like
Yeah.
89
Yeah, I think
to
the American
99.
and French are both like 59.
Okay,
So
well that's a little more reasonable.
so
then.
I'm here with Janelle and I are here with our friends Kyle and Michelle. Shout out.
Shout out.
Yep.
And Kyle is an Irish whiskey drinker.
Mm.
And he tasted this and he goes, "That's Irish whiskey."
Yeah.
And I
It
was
does
like,
remind you
"Oh,
of it, yes.
yeah.
I can see the
absolutely,
malt
like a
in there.
Redbreast 12."
Yeah.
I don't get as much of the green apple on it, but I get the
No.
It's the feel of it.
Yes.
It's the feel of it.
It's that lightweight,
Yeah.
the oak comes through
Yeah.
because Irish whiskey, they take it up almost to a neutral grain spirit.
Yeah.
And then they go ahead and barrel it. So you're stripping out a lot of what ends up in bourbon or scotch because
Sure.
they're going to such a high proof on the distillate.
right.
And if you're an Irish whiskey fan, you're like, man, everybody talks about bourbon all the time, and I've tried it, and I'm not a huge bourbon guy. the 2XO American Oak is a great opportunity for you to kind of make your way into bourbon and
Yes.
have a stepping stone.
Yeah,
That's the way
I'd
I
say
looked
so
at
too.
it.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
get that.
And I
Yep.
mean, you know, Rob mentioned Jim Beam earlier, and like I used to keep Basil Hayden at home for the people that like didn't drink whiskey, and like, you know, you want to try something new, I got Basil Hayden.
Yeah.
Like that's because like you don't give a shit about whiskey, you just want to get drunk tonight.
True.
Like,
it's a
you know,
light. It's
a
an
very
entry,
soft-
It's an entry whiskey.
But I
Yeah,
think there's
super
other
soft.
things out there, you know, aside of their own distillate. There's other things like 2XO, and you know, dare I say, Angel's Envy's new distillate that are better than some of these other Basil Hayden style whiskeys.
Yeah.
Yes.
That are really good introductory products. And I think this is.
I'd
this
rather
is a
drink
good one.
this than Basil Hayden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
gives you a
Very
little
much so.
little bit more depth, a little bit more body.
Basil Hayden's just so soft.
It's just
is.
watery.
So if
On
you're a
my-
Basil
yeah,
Hayden
watery
fan,
and
you might
something.
want to step up to the 2XO.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And start
And learn about
start
something
building into
different.
it.
Specifically the American Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Now you want to try the French oak?
yeah, let's do the French
so
Oak.
French
Yep.
oak is next.
Yeah. Now this I did like quite a bit. This one I want to put in my cabinet. So I might have to go out and find me a bottle of this because
I believe this is the one that's a little sweeter.
it is. It is.
I can order you one. You don't have to go nowhere else. I can.
Perfect. See, look at this.
I'll find you one.
got
There
my-
you go. He's got
It's
you
like,
hooked
it's like
up.
my supplier right there.
Yeah. Speaking of supplier,
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm really trying to do short pours because we're moving into. We're still at 92 proof with this, but we'll be moving up.
You guys want something to eat, like a taco that you can grab?
Oh,
we're
and
gonna
eat?
eat
We're
afterwards.
gonna eat
Yeah,
after the
that's
show.
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Come
all
out
right.
and eat, yes,
yeah. We're
yes.
gonna go inside where it's warmer.
Yes, all
And and grab a table in there.
Mm-hmm.
I
pussies.
don't know. I'm pretty warm. I don't know what.
That Kentucky hug.
Oh yeah, it's always
Ooh.
great. Now this,
Oh.
I was really impressed by this. Like I thought this was excellent.
Am I wrong saying this is very, very much plum, ripe plum?
I don't think you're wrong.
No.
Well,
It's-
this one's
so
also
good.
well, I don't think it's the high rye. It's like medium rye.
Yeah.
Still has rye in there, so I think a lot of their stuff gives you that plum notes.
It's definitely the dark fruit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna bring it up. The mouth feels fantastic.
Yes.
It coats your entire tongue.
Makes your mouth water. Oh,
Perfect, slight.
What's the
dry
proof on
at
that one, Will? Yeah, what's this one, Antonio?
It is 92.
92?
92.
Okay,
92
yeah.
proof.
it honestly tastes above its proof.
I was going to say the same thing. It seems more around the 100 mark.
Yeah,
100,
Um,
105.
yeah.
somewhere
Antonio,
like
what'd you think of this one?
I like the flavor. It's pretty smooth.
It is.
It is
Yes.
Yeah.
The American oak is not my favorite.
Same.
Like
yeah.
you're saying to you, yes. But
Yeah.
French oak, it has a different flavor than
You-
I don't know how to explain, but I like it.
Yeah.
That's
cinnamon on the nose.
A little
I
bit of
could probably
cinnamon
grab-
on the palate too.
You know, I think it's like,
Like a potpourri.
so when I get cinnamon, I just need like a little bit. You know, lots of times if you're making, holiday stuff, you're gonna buy ground cinnamon.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I always keep cinnamon sticks,
Yeah.
and then I just grate my own cinnamon.
It's nutmeg.
Selling the cinnamon stick,
Stick.
right? Versus the ground up, because
Like
the ground up
shape,
it can
yeah.
come up really sharp,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the stick has that more kind of woody note to it,
Yeah.
and that's what I think.
Yeah.
That's the cinnamon I'm
'Cause
getting.
a lot
out
of people
it.
think cinnamon, they think like the cinnamon sugar blend.
Right.
Right.
No, 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 no.
The sweetness and the cinnamon.
No,
and
just
everything
raw
like that.
ground
This is
cinnamon.
Raw cinnamon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoonful of cinnamon.
Yeah,
Something you
this
want to
is good.
stab in
I
your
can
hot
see your
cocoa.
plum on this one too. Some dark,
Yeah, the
dark fruit.
Yeah,
I
dark
get a
fruit.
lot of that plum, which I do like plum. So
This one goes nicely with the 601 green.
You know
Yeah,
it's
it
not
does.
plum. The walls in my house because D.R. Horton built it. Fuck you.
That was not a shout out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, D.R. Horton. Your paint is shit.
Tell us how you feel about that.
You know how I feel about that. That's good. I like that one. For a lower proof.
Yeah.
Again,
At 92, it still has, it's great flavor. Like
a lot
think-
of body. A lot
Yeah.
of body.
I really don't want to say dessert, but that's almost like a good after meal
Oh, I agree.
shout out. Now we're going to the sneakerhead blend here.
oh,
This
this
one's
one's
coming
killer.
in at 104 proof, so
Yeah.
we're going a little bit higher.
you're going to have to open that bottle.
Open up.
If there was an
Bottle
open
crack.
bottle, it got sold.
I remember, I remember, yeah.
Shout out, Jen.
Jen. Jen, do you see what he's got over here? Another bottle
I
of
know.
Sneakerhead.
I'm getting there.
She's like,
Off camera, she walked over with her Glen and set it down right next to Mike.
So she's waiting on a sip
Yeah.
of this. And this one's a great 2XO. Now,
Yeah,
he's
this one
sourcing
was a little
from-
darker.
Is he sourcing only from MGP or kind of all over the place?
That I don't know. I know we've talked about it, and I know he has gotten MGP. I don't know if he's exclusively getting it from MGP. I really don't know. That'd be a will be question.
Wasn't Bardstown that is saying that they want to be the next MGP? They're trying to do a lot of
Yeah, because
these-
they opened Whiskey House.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They're working it.
They're trying.
Well, now you see there's so many MGP barrels on the market right now that MGP just announced that they're slowing production.
Wow.
It's announced now. Like, we knew it was coming, but they have officially announced that they're slowing their production in 2025. Which isn't like a bad sign. It's just they put so much shit out there. They're
there's so
focusing more on aging at this point.
Well, we're also
because
in
people
the-
are selling barrels back to MGP, or
We're
they're
also
trying
getting
to.
into the time where all these micro distilleries and small distilleries that were popping up that were sourcing
The
whiskey,
crafts, yeah.
it's kind of slowing down.
Right, because now you're getting into their
Now
4-year,
their
5-year,
product is getting into
6-year.
the-
Yeah,
Yes,
so
exactly. So I think we're in that boat, which actually is a good thing. It's a really good thing.
so the long-term question is going to be, how does MGP survive throughout all of the craft distilleries that are going to continue to grow with their own distillate? Are they going to pivot and start their own bottling of MGP?
They got to. They got to.
Like Whiskey Thief is doing now?
Almost
Like,
have to.
yeah, so I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, I like this. Antonio's making everybody a cigar smoker.
Mario, he smoked. He knows.
Oh, okay. So he knows. All right. All right.
He's walking off with that one. No, you're good.
Don't inhale. Don't inhale.
Oh, yeah, this one's solid.
It's excellent. Yeah. I mean, come on. If you haven't had 2XO Sneakerhead, this is one you got to have.
It's pretty good.
I do want to call out Antonio real quick because his glass is empty. He's preparing to work today.
gotta work.
I'm taking a break.
That's
I gotta
right.
work today
I got
too.
so many tequilas. I'm taking a break right
Yes, yes.
I believe the term was
I
no
may-
thank you.
now.
Right.
Save room for one or two more, but that's
There you
it.
go. There you go. Well, the Jim of Kentucky, that one.
Haven't not had that yet. I'm super excited about that
this
I
one.
am
is-
excited
yeah.
about that one.
This is one of their newest releases, I believe. The Jim of Kentucky is. That one is their high rye mash bill.
I think we should do the Jim of Kentucky and then the Angel's Envy
Yeah.
because it's the
Yeah, that's
first
fine.
Angel's
Yeah.
Envy that I've had that I liked.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you
Is
want
it a
to
barrel
do?
proof?
The,
Jim of Kentucky.
Jim.
Black one.
other 2XO. That one. Yep.
that one.
Yep. We'll do that one.
Yeah, we'll do that one. Then we'll go to Angels, and then we'll
We'll probably wrap up.
get ready for lunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could use food.
This was definitely a heavy drinking show. We
Yeah,
knew it
this
was
was.
going to be. We knew Antonio was going to take care of us. He was going to bring everything
Oh,
out.
sorry,
I
French
didn't know
oak.
he was going to bring the whole bar out, but we like it.
Jim Kentucky Barrel 101. This one comes in at 108 proof.
108. Okay. This is the high rye.
Yeah, the high rye bourbon mash bill. Rebarreled in new oak barrels with varying char levels.
Yeah, this is when Antonio poured this for me. I had no idea what I was even what it was. Obviously, we've kind of seen this where some of these black bottles have become the high end product, right?
shit.
We saw that from
What's this new one? True Story. The one that's like you can't even see the liquid.
Yeah.
That's the Henderson's new brand. True Story. I haven't tried it yet. It's
but we
it's
see
everywhere already.
like the Willet, right?
Yeah,
The Willet.
Oh, yeah, the
purple
purple
top.
top.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a black bottle.
which we still have some of the weeder, the 8-year weeder.
it's not
purple
porn
top.
Instagram. Fuck.
But at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, if this is known as your high end product, then you should know that what you're going to pour is going to be something decent, right? Something that can be that's respectable and has nice color to it. You just don't know it until you put it in the glass.
Yeah, so talking a little bit about, Instagram and all the places that, are trying to police the world. I posted a picture of the bookers we got in. And all the pictures went through fine except for the first one, which had a picture of the bottle and the box.
The packaging.
Somehow the
Yeah.
box was labeled as pornography.
Yeah, I'm still fighting that one.
No,
Usually
actually, it's true. It's
Usually
did it go
the
back? Good. Okay.
Rob, I hate to tell you this, but the box is usually porn.
I know, but not in this case.
Rob, it's wood.
It's wood.
It's
It's
wood.
wood. Ding.
Got another peanut
Hey,
gallery.
there we go.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
come
you just
on,
come on through. You're good.
Yeah.
You're
Come
good.
on
You
in,
can
buddy.
come around back, come straight across, whatever you want to do.
Keith, everybody.
Another
Keith,
one of our
everyone.
good friends here, Keith
Yeah.
Gaskell.
Keith Gaskell, everyone.
Welcome, Keith.
So tell me about this one. What do you
brother.
think about this one, Will?
Oh,
That was good.
Oh.
Good to see you, brother.
Ooh.
Yeah.
this might
See
be
it.
dessert.
Yeah, this is
This,
definitely
this
dessert.
right here is, yeah, it's.
Oh, that's good.
What's
Oh
your
my
nose
gosh.
on this one? I want to blurt it out, but I'm not going to.
Keith, make sure it's not wet. Make sure it's not wet. It's not wet.
It's almost like a candied black walnut nose.
Ooh, that's a
to
good
it.
one. That's a
a
really
good
good one.
descriptor.
Oh,
Will, what you got? What's your nose?
Definitely candied. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the sweet and the, I don't want to say tree nut because that is vague, but just the combination of the sweetness and the
I
oak.
think macadamia nut.
I can see that.
I'm like down.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
on the scale today and I'm down almost 40 pounds.
good
fuck you,
job,
buddy.
buddy.
Thank you.
I mean,
Wow,
good
that's
for you.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Sorry,
yeah,
you're giving it
it's
all
congratulations.
great.
Yeah. Well,
I'm fucking taking it.
so one of the things I've been doing is I've been eating a lot of just nuts, and we go to Costco and we get the deluxe because I'm
Scott
like,
likes nuts.
yeah, I do, I do. What's up with that? Take care of your bros. But
You're never gonna live that down. You know?
but yeah, now it's like I'm like macadamia nut or Brazil nut or you know, I mean I know them all because
Yeah.
I eat a lot of them.
I was gonna say this nose is like a toasted Brazil nut.
There's a few bourbons that when I take a sip, I just want to let it sit
there
on my
yeah.
tongue,
This is
and
one of
this
them.
is one
Yeah.
of
This
them.
is, yeah, I just
I-
did the same thing.
I just am like, I could just sit here for like 3 minutes and not talk, which you can't really do on a podcast, right?
You gotta talk. You gotta talk.
That's right. Otherwise, there's no show. But this is one that I could absolutely do that. Just sit there for 3 minutes and just let it swirl around. And she got some. She got a pour.
Have another.
That's very Christmassy dessert
Yeah.
to me.
It's-
That
yeah.
is toasted walnut.
Dude, you could
It's
literally
black
throw
walnut.
the
Just to sit
cinnamon.
by the
macadamia,
fireplace.
yeah.
Enjoy.
You could literally throw this over a cinnamon stick, and it's Christmas in glass.
You know, lots of times, I know you guys probably get this. A friend, acquaintance, whatever, somebody at work comes to you and says, hey, I know that you drink a lot of bourbon. What should I get for my friend, my spouse, whatever? What kind of bottle would be a good bottle to get? And I feel like that one might be gettable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that gettable?
89, 99. I've seen
No,
it.
no, I think that one's like 149.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the sneakerhead. Sorry. Yeah,
Right, the
that one
sneakerhead's
is.
89, but I think
yeah.
that one's like 150, 160, somewhere around there.
I saw that one at Total Wine the other day. I wasn't paying attention to the price
I
point,
was going to
but
say Total Wine usually has a pretty good selection of 2XO.
But I would say
Yeah.
if you were, if you're looking, right, for a special bottle, that would be one that you could absolutely buy for the bourbon lover in your life. I mean, even if they're the Blantons, like the typical, this translates really well.
Yeah.
It's not so over the top with proof that they're not going to like it. It's a good, next step up for those that are looking for something nice. I would highly recommend Jim of Kentucky as a holiday gift.
This would be one of those, I would say, if you drink it, you would not expect that to be 108. It
No.
tastes lower proof than
Yeah.
that because the flavors are so intense.
they're all pretty on
agree.
par. I mean,
They
shout
are.
out Party Source too, because last time I went there, they had every 2XO that probably the biggest selection I've ever seen of 2XO in one spot. Like, they have a lot of renditions on there that I've never seen on the same shelf. It's usually like Costco gets Sneakerhead, and then you go to Total Wine, and they've got Jim of Kentucky, and it's spread out, but Party Source had pretty much all of them last week when I went there. So, they have a good selection.
Wow, it's a good one.
So if you have a bourbon drinker on your Christmas list,
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Jim of
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Jim of
2XO.
Kentucky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come to Hacienda, buy a bottle.
Yep.
Take it home.
All right, I think we're about ready for our last pour because we're coming up on our mark here. So this
We're getting
one,
there. This is the private selection single barrel from Angel's Envy in the new packaging too.
Yep.
So you got a flat back, still has the wings on it, but it's a different, different shaped bottle, which is like really threw me off. 116
Is
proof.
it more curved?
Front's rounded.
Yeah, the front is rounded,
Front's
so it's
round, okay.
convexed. Back is a little concaved,
Yeah,
but a little flatter. It's different than the normal Angel's Envy for sure.
I like that Mike doesn't know math, but he knows geometry.
Hey, fuck you, bud. It's only because my wife told me I was wrong the first time I said the front's convexed. She said that's concave, you idiot. So this one is finished in sherry casks, single barrel, coming in at 116 proof. Yeah, I mean this one's top notch. I was very surprised at this one.
So
And I'm
the-
liking the new stuff from
Angel's Envy rye is very, very popular.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Very
$99. Great bottle. I don't like it because it's a peanut butter bomb for me.
Yeah.
Like old Granddad 114.
Yeah, peanut butter taint.
Yep. Peanut butter tank. That's it. This was actually the first Angel's Envy that I've had, and you poured some for me. I think you
remember.
opened the bottle.
I opened the bottle for
Yeah.
you to try.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that was a couple weeks ago.
this is really wonderful. I just really liked it, and it made me happy because I know Angel's Envy has got this great work that they've been doing, and it just hasn't hit my palate. So to get something from them that I liked it made me very pleased. With it.
116 proof.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think this one drinks at 116 though.
No,
I'm okay.
not even close.
I was saying a lot of people have tried the two Angel's Envies, the rye and the regular bourbon, and they're good. Both of them are really good on their own standpoint. What you like, their higher proof stuff, their special release stuff is so incredibly good.
Yeah, and this was one.
Yeah,
of
the
them.
regular release is 90 proof, right? The regular Angels is 90,
Yeah, the Angel's bourbon. Yeah.
which I'm not a huge fan of. I think it kind of falls off right on the palate.
Honestly, it's kind of in that not that it's in the same world, but it's kind of in the same world as the Basil Hayden. It's a lighter,
a little bit,
a little
yeah.
bit sweeter.
It's not quite as watery as that one is,
Right, exactly.
but it has
it's
the
a good,
sweeter,
It's a good bourbon for someone that's getting into bourbon to try.
Yeah. and it's a cool bottle.
Oh, this is good.
Isn't it great? I mean,
That's so
that's
good.
It's got that
is.
peanut butter nose, like you
I was
said.
gonna say that's probably the best
Yeah.
nose of Angel's Envy.
Yeah. Sherry cask finish.
It leaves a
It's
great
almost strawberry
spice on the tongue, though.
on the palate.
Oh, and try it with the cigar.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the green
Oh
now.
man, with the green, this is on point. It's really, really good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's very good together.
Man. All right. Well, we're gonna.
Can we try one more?
Yes, we
my
can.
favorite.
What
this
do
is
you
my
got?
favorite.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna twist
Oh
it,
yeah,
yeah,
try your
that's all right.
favorite,
Your
yes.
favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, the
The
Calumet 15.
Calumet
Oh, yeah.
15. All right.
We sold that at the bar too, and that's actually a really great pour.
I'm not giving away any secrets, but this is in one of the bottles that I am taking pictures of for someone because I didn't have any bottles of the actual juice, so they used the Calumet because it was the same color. No names mentioned.
No names
I don't
mentioned.
waste them.
Okay, all right.
We've
all
not
right.
talked about it on 8 previous podcasts
Never,
either.
never. And if you're following Mike, you'll never see anything.
you'll
about
never see
this.
any.
No
Yeah.
pictures from
Yeah.
it.
I see Jen still rocking your shirt
Yeah,
She stole.
she stole my jacket she bought me.
I bought it.
for him.
Oh, this is the
Outdoor
other one.
special.
Oh,
This
you
is-
bought it for you. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
So this is the other one. You've seen the red version. This is the blue version.
Oh, I got like 2, 3.
Yeah.
I got like 2 or 3. I got it at Costco.
Well, this one. So this one is from the 80s.
Oh, from the 80s.
So my dad gave me a jacket. We call it the hobo jacket because it's pretty tore up. It's old. It was my dad's jacket when he was a kid. Well, we went down like a slide or something, and my dad fell, and I was with him, so he like held me while he was falling. So the elbows are all tore up. It's 50 years old almost.
But it's a good memories. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy that I had that jacket, but what Jen did was for our anniversary, Jen went to I guess eBay, right? And she found the tag number for my original one and found 2 of these and bought me 2 of them that are the exact same jacket as the same one.
Oh, that's cool.
And
Nice.
I didn't realize how worn down the original one was because this thing is warm as shit and the other one is not. So this one has padding. This one even has pockets. It's like, I love this thing. So
That
this
means
is an
you're-
original.
Pockets
That's a
means you're
knockoff.
carrying things for Jen.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, pockets.
The cargo pan of flannel.
How you met's always just such a good pour.
Oh, I
This
love
is
the
a
nose.
15 year.
This is a bottle that I've looked over many times and just kind of passed it by.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, it just kind of on the shelf. It just didn't stand out. I don't know, just kind of wasn't. But yeah, then you poured it for me. I think it's another one you opened.
Yes.
Yeah, while I was here. And I was like, holy shit, this is.
I like the flavor.
This
I don't
is
know
really
why,
good.
but it's one of my favorites.
Well, that's the. Look,
It's just sweet.
you don't have to talk about like what the flavors are that you like. There's lots of people out there. I mean, we have got a friend, Chris Gordon. He's been on the show before. It's good. He's like, it's either good or it's bad. He doesn't know anything about
See, I don't
like
know how to
flavors.
explain, but it's one of my favorites.
Exactly, and that's the
good.
key there. That's okay. If that's the best description you can come up with, then that's great. My favorite bourbon, or I like this one. It's really good.
Shout out Calumet Farms.
Yes.
Gave him the Triple Crown, 1941. Whirl Away. Yeah, it's a great story. 1941, Horse of the Year. Whirl Away. It's pretty cool. 15-year-old on this one. Trainer Ben A. Jones. Jockey Eddie
Antonio, I know
Acaro.
you're in here pretty much like every day, like all the time. But during the summer, we go up to the horse track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, up there in Anderson. And we go hang out and we smoke cigars and drink their bourbon and bet on the horses.
I like to do that sometimes. Let me know.
You should
Let me
join
know
us
when you're-
sometime.
I like to
So
join
it's
us.
always we're always on Tuesday
Tuesday.
when we go. So
All right, yes.
hopefully it's not too busy of a night here. You might be able to step
I always
away
can
for
take
a
a
little
day
bit.
off. No
There
problem.
you go.
I think the open
That's the
up.
benefit of being the owner. You
I
can
was
take
say,
a
he
day
knows
off.
the owner.
Yeah, I think they open up Tuesday racing in April, I believe. April or
Yeah,
May.
so
April, mate.
we're talking
Yeah.
about doing a live episode from Harrah's on the stage indoors
On opening weekend.
on opening weekend. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that. We'll get information on that.
And you're welcome to join us if you'd like. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
please come
and,
join us.
Thank you.
and apologies to anybody that was looking forward to us completely fail at fishing. We were going to do the
Got rained
fishing
out.
episode. We got rained out.
Yeah, but
So-
we didn't. That was the problem. It was
Yeah,
supposed to be
it was-
rain out, and then it turned out to be a beautiful day.
It did
So-
rain in the morning.
It did rain in the morning. and-
Early. Yeah.
So yeah, and I think you had work later that afternoon or
Yeah,
something.
I was gone that
so-
Oh, I
day,
did
so-
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will get around to doing a fishing episode at some point.
will.
It's going to have to wait probably till spring now.
Yeah.
Or we can go to northern Michigan and do ice fishing.
Oh, yes.
If we have an ice shack and we're going through that, yeah, hell yeah.
I sold my ice shack. Used to be my smoke tent.
There you go. We could have bought that other property that had the 2 murder shacks in the back.
Right,
Murder
right.
shacks.
The
Yeah.
murder shacks in the
murder
back.
shacks.
And then we could have
Yeah.
dug a well and fished for aliens.
That's
Well-
that's where you went fishing for aliens in
Yeah.
a well to dig in your murder shack.
Yeah.
Well,
I did throw
Where's
Trey
Trey
Mac
Mac when you
somewhere.
need him?
I almost would have went more paranormal on that one than aliens. But
I would have thought ghosts or something.
Yeah.
Fishing
Yeah,
for
I'm
spirits.
sure they're there too.
go in the ring and the well.
That's where all the dead donkeys live.
This thing has such caramel notes to it.
Yeah,
That's-
I was gonna say
it
the
is-
same thing.
Yeah,
good.
heavy
Yeah.
caramel, but
Yeah.
it's delicious.
It's a good
wonderful.
caramel one. I love it,
Yeah.
man. This was a really good one. And I'm like you, Scott. I look over a lot of Calumet stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
probably need to pay a little bit
mostly-
more attention.
I mean, mostly it's because of price point. Like most of their stuff is on the higher end of
Yeah.
$150 for some of this stuff, even higher.
I wonder if they'll start following Kentucky Owl and Rabbit Hole.
And
They
barrel.
do
And
some of
barrel.
their- yeah.
So some of these they're realizing they might be a little overpriced, and they're starting to drop their prices some. So, all right. Well, I know we're over the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a question.
What was your favorite that you tried?
There you go. All right. What was your favorite that you tried out of our whiskeys?
on the whiskey.
Yeah. So we did the tour of the 2XO, the Old Forester, and then the Angels.
I
will
know
say,
mine.
I will say the Angels surprised me because I'm not a big Angels and Envy fan. So that was probably their best output
Yeah.
so far. But it's kind of a toss up between almost the Gem and the Old Forester.
Okay.
I can see that. Yeah.
I'd say for me that 2XO Kentucky Gym was my favorite of all of them so far. Of the whiskeys.
Of the whiskey, yeah.
So I would have said the Gem, and I will say the Gem in terms of availability.
Yeah.
But as I was taking that sip of the Angel's Envy,
Oh, it's good.
immediately in my head, I went back to the Russell's 15, which we haven't
Yeah.
done anything on the show, but I tried it, and I said that's the best bourbon I've ever had.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric Jensen, because last night he made a great point that it does have a quick finish on
Finish,
it.
yeah.
And he thought for the price that it finished too quick, but flavor-wise, that was my favorite. So for this batch here, I'm going to go with the Angel's Envy.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I'm going Old Forester. I'm sticking with Old Forester
Yeah.
on this one.
I do
I don't
like the Old
blame you.
Forester a
That was
lot.
great. It's a great whiskey.
I hate to say it, but I'm right on the
We're
teeter
splitting
totter
hairs.
between the two.
Yeah.
By the way,
So,
these
yeah.
we didn't have
There's no
anything
bad
bad.
option.
There was no bad options
No,
here.
no.
But we were,
No.
and we know Antonio, the cow you met.
No, yes,
Calumet
no
for
question.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's my favorite.
That's awesome. All right.
All right, now tequila though.
Oh, great question. The tequila, favorite tequila.
Extra añejo.
Extra añejo.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you
on
in that too.
Yeah.
The extra añejo is
Which
the
one though?
best.
The
The-
Casa Azul.
the classic.
Casa
the
Azul?
black
There
There
bottle.
was only the one
Extra
extra
añejo.
on Yale.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the Herradura.
It's good too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the Herradura was an extra.
Oh,
añejo.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That was extra on Yeho too.
Yeah.
It was.
That was probably the one.
Clase Azul, extra añejo was my favorite.
Yeah.
And I was Herradura.
I'm probably between the two of those. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with Mike.
Those
Love
were,
it.
Antonio, did you have a favorite out of those tequilas we tried today?
The extra añejo is my favorite. The
The
clase azul.
Clase
The
Azul,
clase
that's
azul.
your
Yeah.
that's your number
Yeah.
one.
Second one is the
Alright.
Herradura. I mean,
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
those two, it's kind of hard to decide which one is
it
your
is.
favorite.
It
yes.
is. You're
Yeah.
splitting
They're
hairs at
kind of
that
similar,
point.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
But I will say, on a hot summer day, I'll still take a cold Corona with a lime
Yes.
and a Hornitos Reposado.
Maybe
If it's
yeah,
5
me
o'clock
too.
in the evening, I just got done mowing on a Sunday. That's I love that.
And your
Well-
wife's still going to take the mojito.
Exactly.
And I will say, well, we're gonna go in there. We're gonna eat. We're gonna have some drinks in there. We'll get some pictures. Maybe we can post them up there somewhere too. Because I definitely want to try the mojito. Because
Yeah.
I love mojitos.
So
Oh,
anybody out
Andres.
there,
It's
come
gotta
to
be fun to-
Yes, you
Hacienda,
make the best mojitos.
I-
Hacienda
100%.
Vieja,
get
State
food.
Road
Hacienda Vieja in
67.
Pendleton.
Yep, in Pendleton, next to the Needlers. Antonio, thank you
just
so much
come.
for
Oh,
hosting
Thank
us.
you guys
Yeah.
for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you
Oh,
so
This was
thank
a
you,
much.
buddy.
wonderful
Appreciate you.
time.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you
can
for
they
having
find
me.
Hacienda on social media anywhere?
Yeah, we got a Facebook page, Hacienda Vieja Pendleton.
Okay,
Follow
good.
us on social media.
Good,
Okay.
good.
Will, where can they find you?
Moto Photo Will on Instagram.
All right.
I'm everywhere. Final Third Cigar.
Scotty D Smokes.
You can find me at both the visuals, Spencer Leeds, and don't forget to follow the Final Third Podcast, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that.
Yeah.
All right, cheers,
time.
everyone.
Yeah. Jake Paul for president.
His mic
I don't
off.
know about that.
You need a right hook for that one.